note card like, okay, here's my note will say LeBron stands alone. I'm ready. You know?
Yeah.
That's a cool, exciting thing. I love that crowd last night. They were hyped to be there.
And LeBron James and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, both Los Angeles Lakers, and in my opinion, both Marxists. That's what I hate that that was done by two Marxists.
Yeah.
Just in my humble opinion.
Sure. Yeah, I know. It's wild.
Although Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at his age, however old he is, 91, 92, something like that, will kung fu somebody to death.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was in Bruce Lee movies and stuff when he retired from the basketball.
Was he good? A good actor?
No.
No, he wasn't very good.
He was all right. He was all right.
He was just okay.
Yeah. He wasn't bad.
I'm worried that Madonna is listening to the show because we were talking about the reaction to her at the Grammys the other night, and people seem to be reacting more to her look than what she said on stage as she introduced Sam Smith and Kim Petras, I think is how you say her name. But then she posted this on Instagram about 12 hours ago. Instead of focusing on what I said in my speech, which was about giving thanks for the fearlessness of artists like Sam and Kim, many people chose to only talk about close-up photos of me, taken with a long lens camera by a press photographer that would distort anyone's face. Okay. Once again, I'm caught in the glare of ageism and misogyny that permeates the world we live in.
Once again, my name is Madonna, and I'm a victim. Shut up and move on.
In the words of Beyonce, you won't break my soul.
You won't break my soul.
Thank you, Madonna. You know, Madonna, here's a novel concept. I think her tour did pretty good with the sales for her 40th anniversary tour. Did pretty well. Just do that. Just go out there and tear it up and put on a great show and be on time and be thankful for what you have and for this incredible amount of success, and stop saying, oh, I'm a victim of ageism.
Do you think any of these people ever have a moment of self-reflection? Where instead of saying, I'm a victim, everybody's done me wrong because they made comments about my face, instead of looking at it and going, you know what, I may need to do something here. That's a pretty big wake-up call. Because a satanic ritual just went on live television across the world in the United States, and people weren't as interested in that and talking about that as they are how bad my face looks.
Yeah,
I need
how
to go.
Bad my face looks.
Yeah, I need to go. They were more comfortable with the devil on stage than they were my face.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that. David Harris, who's one of the higher ups in the Church of Satan, was asked about his thoughts on the performance, and he said, quote, "It was all right. Nothing really special."
Yeah. You talking the Sam Smith, Kim Petras performance? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good person to have on speed dial, the head of the Church of Satan. Like, hey, what'd you think? Did you watch the Grammys? Hey, David. He's like, it was all right.
It was all right.
A little underwhelming.
Meh.
Yeah. You know, whether it's in plain view and costume or not, the devil has been on that Grammy stage for years and years.
That's right.
Nope.
Years and years and years.
That's right.
Just showed himself in a different form the other night.
Yeah. And then Rihanna is expected to go on a world tour after her Super Bowl 2023 performance, and maybe a new album, which would make a lot of sense. Do the Super Bowl performance and then have your album be released on Apple Music right after that. Make a lot of sense. So if you're excited about seeing Rihanna on tour, you might be in luck.
I'm surprised, though, that they haven't already come out and said. I would have thought they would have already said, hey, be ready. She's going to perform at the Super Bowl, and as soon as that game is over, you know, that album drops.
Yeah.
But they haven't said anything about it. The game is obviously on Sunday, so I don't know if after 6 years, almost 7 years maybe, that she's been away without an album, that she would just throw it out there as a surprise on a Sunday night like that. Who knows?
She's just lazy. She don't want to work. See how I worked that in there? I don't think she's lazy.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to work.
I don't blame her. I'm not working if I'm a billionaire.
Didn't she have a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that time, she had a baby. She took 6 years maternity leave.
She's busy being a mom.
Yeah.
And making she made $85 million last year off Fenty.
Crazy.
Fenty?
That's her clothing brand?
Oh.
Makeup brand, all kinds of brand.
I thought it was Fendi.
Also a brand.
Different brand.
But those are a few things that are now trending.
So everybody wants to be an influencer, but little did you know, if you're not paying attention, the days of the influencer are over. What's taking the place of the influencer. Well, that and one of the most ungrateful people you will ever hear in your life. And I guarantee you will hear this in a minute. And later on today, you're going to at least 3 times relay this story. Next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. Want to see your business on acetjtv? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
Your little, don't call him my boyfriend, made a new friend yesterday. And he was all excited about it,
He
right?
was so excited. He sent me a text message.
And he doesn't have many friends here in North Carolina because he's from New York.
Yeah.
And all of his friends are there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he texted me yesterday, and he's like, hey, I made a new friend. So I called him because I was like, it better not be a woman friend. I don't like that. So I need clarification.
Okay.
So I called him. He's like, yeah. He was like, I was at the grocery store, and this guy just came up to me and asked me if I played sports. And he was like, we got to talking, and he works here in Charlotte, and we exchanged numbers and blah, blah, blah. So I was not trying to ruin his excitement or his fun, but I said, is that how guys make friends? I was like, do they just go up to random guys at the grocery store and just start conversation and ask them, hey, do you play sports? And he's like, I don't know, I guess. I'm like, I don't know, babe. I was like, I think that he might be interested in something else.
Like he may have been flirting with him.
Yeah.
And wanted to hook up.
play sports?
Yeah, who says that, right?
Well,
Y'all,
I mean,
y'all don't
you
do
know.
that?
Well, I've told guys in stores and all before I've come to them and said, hey, wow, you've got the body of an athlete. So it's kind of the same thing.
It's a little strange to me.
Here's my question, though. Do you play sports? I would think would normally need to hey, we're looking for. We're
need
trying to pick up one more
softball
player
players,
for our softball team or for our basketball team or something. But that didn't follow. It was just the opening line was, "Do you play sports?"
Yeah, I don't know if the guy has some type of league or whatever the case was, but that's still weird to me.
But you said that guy that approached him is an athlete. He played college football.
He played college football, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, would you go up to a guy and just be like, hey, do you play? I don't know. That just seems odd
No,
to me.
that wouldn't be my first thing that I would say to someone that I saw as a stranger in the store.
And at the grocery store, out of all
That's
places.
very true. Very true.
I would get it if it was at a sporting store.
So you didn't tell him any of this?
I did. I said
Yeah.
all of it to him, and he told me I ruined everything.
Yeah, which is what you tell me all the time.
I wonder where he got that from.
Look at the twist that took place there.
I told him, I said, listen, I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay. Like, you're good.
Yeah,
That
so
you know what's going on.
If he were at Academy Sporting Goods or something and he's overlooking at the golf clubs and all, that could be hey, you play golf?
Yeah.
How often do you play? I don't get out there like I used to. I got a baby now, and my wife's on to me about being gone too much, whatever. That kind of thing could strike up a conversation. But just walking up to somebody in the produce section,
That's what I'm
going,
thinking.
Hey, wow.
That's where I imagined it in my head. It happened.
You look very, very fit and coordinated.
Mm-hmm. And if he was wearing those little joggers that he wears, I don't know.
All right, so
That does seem odd for there not to have been a follow up of. So we're looking for a guy to play on our softball team if you're
Right.
interested, kind of thing. That I would totally understand because you see a guy and think, I bet that guy's good. You just want the best players.
Yeah, but he was so he sounds so deflated after I just ruined this thing for him.
but he doesn't need to have it ruined. Let him find out. The guy may be just a normal guy. It may just be the way he starts conversations with people.
I don't know.
What do you think, Riggins?
I think it's totally normal.
Really?
Yeah, at 100%.
I wouldn't go up to a girl and be like, hey, and I don't know. I just wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Women go up to each other and say things like, "Oh my girl, I love your hair," or that top you're wearing is so cute. Where did you get that?" I mean, strangers who are women will say that kind of stuff to each other, and that's pretty much the same kind of thing. It's like he just approached him about some man thing about sports.
I don't think
You
that
know
is
what?
that common at all. I don't think that's common at all. Just to walk up to some guy and go, "Hey, you play sports?"
No,
And then
it's
just
not.
start a conversation with
Yeah.
him. It seems weird to
It's
me.
not common, but I can see where maybe he's not used to approaching people and all that. So how are we going to find out? He's gonna start the friendship with him and pursue it?
Well, I asked him yesterday because I had an event last night, and so after I left, I said, "Hey," I was like, "Did you text your friend yet? Have you guys texted
Like,
yet?"
this is why guys can't have friends, because he makes a friend and she's like, gay! It's like, okay,
That's a good point. That's a valid point, Regan.
gay.
Yeah, and now she's mocking him.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know.
Oh, is that your friend? Is that your boyfriend? Oh, you're going to make out? It's like, shut up. You haven't even, you're in your pajamas, your hair's in a dirty bun. He's like, yeah, because I'm tired of hanging out with you. I got to make an actual friend. I'd be thrilled. Get away from you. You got Cheeto dust on your fingers. Is that your boyfriend? Shut up.
Go hang out with your friend.
So,
Exactly. I go friend to him.
Yeah.
How you doing?
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
this lady is a mom, and she say that she thinks there should be kid-free movie theaters. No kids in the movie theaters.
Not bad.
And she said it doesn't matter what the movie is. Like, even if adults, Rob wants to go see an animated movie or something, there should not be kids allowed into it. You could go with that, couldn't you, Rob? You don't like kids.
No, I do not.
He just admits it. No, I do not. I do not like children.
And you know why it is? I think I figured out why Rob doesn't like children.
Why?
Is because they are, with the things that they find fun and entertaining and all, they are his peers, and he doesn't play well with others, and so that's why he doesn't like children, because he's not good at sharing. Like, he wants all the comic book movies to himself. He wants all of the animated T-shirts to himself. He doesn't want any of the other little kids having them.
It's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're ruining everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids are crowding his world
Yep.
because they like the same things.
How dare
So
they?
it would seem like everywhere Rob would go for some fun, he would run into a bunch of kids that he doesn't want to be around, because everything he does is built for children.
It's very interesting.
So he lashes out.
I should be selling that lemonade, not you.
No.
But he would want to sell it from inside the house.
Yeah.
And they have to leave
Yeah.
it. He would leave it outside. Like, come get it at this time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
leave the money.
Leave the money.
Right. On the honor system.
I think it's maybe because he's scared that when he's going into his world, which is a childlike world, that the other children are going to beat him up. You remember? Because he was scared to go outside to those 9-year-olds that were taunting him on the doorbell camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're afraid of physical violence from a 9-year-old, Rob?
I mean, I don't, because I can't hit him back. So
Oh, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Rob, you
I'll
wouldn't
go
even
to
hit it.
jail if I hit him back. So I don't
You
want
a
to get
punk.
involved.
But think about how many tender moments of joyous tears Rob has probably had interrupted in one of his movies by some child yelling out or something.
Yeah.
The kid speaking out when Spider-Man is turning back into Tobey Maguire or whatever. It's rough. Now I understand him, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
The kids are crying. He's crying. Like,
Exactly.
everybody's crying.
Yeah. And he's afraid they're going to get all the chicken tenders at the concession stand.
They're moving
All the
in on
nuggets.
everything that he loves. He just
Everything.
can't get away from them.
Everything.
The Ace and TJ Show is now your favorite radio and TV show in the morning. Stream us anywhere on our YouTube channel at acetjtv. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
So we're up and on YouTube now? You got it going?
Looks like it.
acetjtv on YouTube. That's where you'll find the show every day. That's where you'll find the TJ and Jody's House podcast that just went up yesterday. That's where you'll find TJ's Fend for Yourselves cooking show.
Which, when this Thursday's episode hits, it's a perfect thing for you to take to a Super Bowl party. It's easy, cheap, and makes a lot of it, and it's delicious. So this is, if you've never seen the show, this would be the week to do it if you're going to a Super Bowl party.
That sounds like me. Easy and cheap.
Sure is.
And then Thursday night is the next edition of Live from the Living Room, where we're going to do, I think we're going to reveal the baby name on Thursday night on Live from the Living Room, all on our YouTube. So check it out, acetjtv. You can also see our daily videos and everything. So the days of the...
So what are you going to do? Turn around and show the name on your belt?
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do it.
That would be hilarious.
Good idea, though.
Or he's going to raise up his sleeve. My baby's name.
The days of the social media influencer are over. If you're still an influencer, you're living on borrowed time, because now there is something called, and I think this is really sad, and it just says a lot about who we've become as people. Now, the hot thing is to not be an influencer, it's to be a de-influencer. The de-influencer tells you about products you should not buy, things you should not be involved in. Check this out. Here's an example.
I do not see the point in owning a fragrance collection. Perfume is so expensive. Like, if you're a regular person like me, do you actually need 25 different perfumes? And they are so expensive. And it's just so expensive. Like, this is insane. It's so expensive. This one's easy. The Ugg boots. Don't buy them. They're going to be out of fashion just as quickly as they came into fashion.
So her whole thing is to tell you what thing don't buy fragrances. Here's why you shouldn't buy these particular items. There was this one. There's somebody who's a de-influencer about fast food. What is so funny, TJ?
A de-influencer.
He's so dumb.
Oh, now I got it.
She out here influencing D's. Look at her. Look, what's her name? What does she do? Oh, she's a de-influencer.
She's a de-influencer. I guess it all depends on how you say it. But isn't there something sad about that? That rather than, the de-influencer. My point is that's becoming the hot thing now.
Yes, it is.
Is to be somebody who tells people what, like, don't do this, don't do that. This product sucks. That's terrible. Here's why you shouldn't buy this product.
Yeah.
There's something mean about that. And I don't know. I don't want to be a de-influencer.
Too late.
Some people can't help it.
Yeah, that's true. Some people can't.
You didn't even know you were a de-influencer.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I done got hot.
Okay, so here's something you'll be talking about today, and you can share it. And I don't know where this is from. And Ringans, you actually found this piece of audio.
Yeah.
Do you know the background story on this?
I just know it was this girl's 16th birthday, and she got, what every 16-year-old dreams of getting on their birthday, a brand new car.
Yeah.
And it is a brand new Tesla in the driveway.
Tesla sports car.
Yeah, complete with the red ribbon on top. I mean, it's like the dream.
It is the dream come true.
Yeah.
She's 16, the day she turned 16, brand new Tesla sports car in the driveway, and then this is her reaction.
Wait, what?
For Mercedes-Benz, I don't like Tesla.
You said you like the electric
I
cars.
never said I like Tesla. I said a Mercedes-Benz. I don't like Tesla.
You gotta like. This is better than a Mercedes-Benz.
It's not. I don't want no car that if I gotta charge it for it to work. I didn't want that.
Girl, you gotta be grateful that you got a damn car.
I could have just been walking. I would rather walk than this.
Right? You should be happy.
Be grateful. You can put the keys back in your purse.
Oh, and I will. And don't ask me for nothing else. Oh, you're gonna be happy with that money.
How much is this?
Girl, open it up and stop being ungrateful, because now you're starting to be ungrateful when you ain't gotta worry about me ever
I never said
again.
I wanted a Tesla. I always told you I wanted a pink Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, I couldn't get the Mercedes-Benz, so you got
This
that.
is all you gave me for my Sweet 16 and my golden.
Girl, do you know how much money that is? That's $1,600 for
That's
16.
it for my Sweet 16 and my golden birthday.
Well, what did you
And
want?
then you gave me the truck.
So she
I would.
She got a brand new Tesla and $1,600 cash on her 16th birthday, and surely this isn't real, that it's fake. It's got to be fake, right? Because she's got a Tesla and $1,600 cash. She's complaining because she didn't want a Tesla, she wanted a Mercedes-Benz, and that's all you got me was $1,600 for my birthday.
I completely agree with her. And Rickens, I'm surprised you don't, because the mom just gave her a burden. Like she said, I got to go charge this thing now.
It's a good point.
Every time I'm going somewhere, I got to find some grocery store that caters to the environmental nuts, and I got to go try to find a charging station every time I want to go more than 200 miles.
Yeah.
Got to sit there for an hour. I don't blame her at all.
You gave me a part-time job.
Yeah, that's what you did.
On her golden birthday.
Gave her a car that can't go very far. Yeah, it can get there fast, but it can't get no distance.
Well, that's true.
60.
Yeah, they ought to take her away from her mom.
My first car, my dad paid $250 for it. The seats were all torn up, and I was so happy. I was just thrilled that I had a car. I was the first person to get a car with my group, and I got to drive everybody around. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That has to be fake because that mom was way too chill. Because I would have. Oof.
But did you hear that? There's the sibling is in there yelling, "You should be grateful."
Right.
That might have been a neighbor.
Yeah.
Yelling over the fence.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, so there's something that Tech D Rob does all the time. I saw a guy point out online that he cried recently. It's something that would kind of make you laugh. Like, that's not really a rational cry. That's a rather irrational cry. Tech D Rob does it, and I think we're all guilty of it from time to time. We'll tell you what it is coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
So the show is live on YouTube. acetjtv is our YouTube channel. A lot of great stuff happening there all the time, every day. Today we've got Fend for Yourselves. We've got the new Ace at Large is up there now for you to check out. You can travel with the Ace and TJ show. But when this part of the show happens every day, it's been driving me crazy that I'm much more fair-skinned than TJ. TJ's very tan. And I messaged Todd again today, Mr. Todd, and I said, Todd, how do we get my camera shot as dark as TJ's? The background is so much darker on TJ's than mine. The color is so much better on TJ's than mine. I know I'm very fair skinned, but what can we do to make it better? He said it's his sweatshirt and his skin color. So better lights and cameras. Are you in a tanning bed? And I said, Todd, it's just darker behind him also. He said, I can put another layer of gels on your lights. Which fluorescents are on? And I'm the ones we always talk about, blah, 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 blah. So then we were in a break when we were texting, and then I expressed to everyone in the room, like, he's wrong. There's no way this is right. Like, it's driving me crazy. And he just won't listen to me. He keeps telling me it's TJ's shirt that makes it look better every day, or the fact that just TJ's darker. And I'm like, you could look at the wall. If he would look at the wall, he would see it. And my phone goes off, and I look down, and Todd goes, I can read lips. He was watching. He was watching the entire time I was griping about him.
Good.
I can read lips.
He's blacking you out. He's like, so dark.
You a translucent jellyfish.
Yeah, you got to watch this on our YouTube channel. It's pretty funny. Yeah, what do you want him to do? I mean, we got the lights.
He can't fix your skin tone.
Fix the lighting, though, to help me a little bit.
I don't think the lights can even fix it at this point, bud.
How can TJ and I go to other places and do things, and I look decent?
Because they're not balling on a budget, on a low budget.
I refuse. Then this light over here, my head needs to be cut out or something. It's good. I'm gonna.
He did say we need to start closing Rob's door. He did say that from the light coming out of
it's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah.
He's going to put the poop emoji on your face right now.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on acetjtv. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Let's go boom.
So your New Year's revolution was to lose weight, and you've been discouraged. Don't worry about it. People get discouraged all the time. Losing weight can be so difficult. That's why you need to call our friends or go on the website and find our friends at Calotren. Calotren. Scientifically proven to help you lose weight. It's not a drug. Not going to make your heart race and feel like it's jumping up out of your ears. Not jittery or any of that kind of stuff. You take it before you go to bed. I mean, that proves right there that it's not a stimulant of any kind. And scientifically proven to help you get better sleep as well as lose weight. And I have halved the dosage of my acid reflux medicine since I've been taking it, so it helps with a lot of different things. Now, here's the trick. It's not a trick, but here's the secret. It's not a secret. Here is the reasoning behind Calotren. The way it works is because you have to be consistent with it. It's not something that they're going to say is going to make you lose a ton of weight overnight. So you got to be consistent, and you order a 3-month supply right now. You buy 3 months, you get 1 month free, and then they're going to take $30 off of that. So do this for yourself. Give you that boost that you need to lose the weight you've been wanting to lose. acetj.com/weight loss for Calotren.
Let me warn you about a scam that we were almost involved in at my house last night. So I was gone all day. I went to our affiliate in Columbia. And I got back, and my wife had been busy on Facebook Marketplace. Because, we're in the process now of converting over our spare bedroom into a baby's room. We have a dresser in there that we don't need anymore because we're getting baby furniture and kind of redoing the room and the whole thing. And trying to save as much money as we can. We're selling off stuff, and she bought like this other little table on Facebook Marketplace, blah, blah, blah. But in the process of selling this dresser, she was asking $100 for it. Lady contacted, I'd like to buy it. We can come by and pick it up today. And the lady, and I don't know the details, but I'll give you the basics. She sent Amanda $100 via Zelle. And it never came through. She said she sent it, but it never came through, never showed up. So Amanda had to contact Zelle. And she said the first tip-off was when she called, nobody said, thank you for calling Zelle, or whatever. And the guy said, okay, here's what you do. They're going to send you $300. Then you send that back to them, and that should complete the transaction.
What?
And that's what tipped her like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. And she contacted Facebook Marketplace, and Facebook Marketplace responded, yes. What happens is when you send the return, they have access to your bank account then, and they can go in and drain your bank account. So just be aware of this little scam that's going on. So it's got something to do. They say they send money, they don't, and then they send you $300, and then you send it. When you send it back, that's when they gain access to your account, and they can pull funds out of your account, because that's how they get all of your information or something.
Why would you ever send money back? Like, in order for me to get your money, you have to send this back.
Well, yeah, because it's only $100. So they say they need to send you $300 to put it over some kind of a weird limit thing. And then so when you send them the rest back, you send them the $200 back or whatever. That's when they have access. No. So just a little something to be aware of. Yeah.
Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
And the question is, which show member would you least trust with your darkest secret? And things have changed since I originally brought this up earlier in the week. Things have changed. Who would you least trust with your darkest secret? Right now, in the lead, with 35% of the vote, is Alexis.
Really?
They would least trust you with their darkest secret.
I wonder why.
Well,
I don't tell anybody secrets.
Maybe they figure because far too often you don't have complete control of your faculties.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be it, Riggins?
Your faculties are out of order.
Yeah.
I always assume that means like pooping on yourself.
That's not what it
Control
means.
his faculties.
Your faculties.
It doesn't mean that.
Pooping yourself.
What is that?
Control my faculties.
Incontinence.
Incontinence. Yeah. That's the same thing. Are they pooping on themselves?
It's
not.
It's really
what
bad.
are you talking about? No.
Really bad, really bad. All his faculties are right there in his bed.
But speaking of pooping on yourself, Ace is runner-up in this poll.
Thanks.
A close second, but Alexis with a hearty lead.
But I predicted, when you mentioned this the other day, I predicted I would win because I am bad to share things on the radio, and I try not to.
Exactly. He actually has data and proven facts that he can't keep a secret.
But I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older.
Because no one's told you their secrets.
I wish I could remember that secret about you. I would tell him.
Secret.
That's losing control of your faculties right there. That's what that is.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah. Wanna be like me, yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
So I saw this online. The Pamela Anderson documentary is out. My wife watched it. She said it's really good. She really enjoyed it. But I saw a guy online that said he cried at the Elvis movie, and yesterday he cried when the Pam Anderson Netflix documentary was over. He said, I'm not making this up. I watched this alone, and I just found myself crying out of crying. He said, it's just such an irrational cry. And I thought, oh, what an interesting phrase, an irrational cry. And I don't know what it is and I don't remember. He said something about it, there's a sadness to it, this loss that she apparently clearly still loved. Like Tommy Lee was the great love of her life, but he's gone off and done other things, and she knows that she'll never get to be with him again. And they had these children together, and blah 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 blah. But something about that made him sad. I don't remember all the details, but that was the basis of his cry. And we make fun of Take T Rob because Rob, you cried 3 times at the last Spider-Man movie you saw.
At least.
Okay. Do you cry every time when you see it?
Yeah, so far.
Okay.
Hey, I wonder if Pam and Tommy were still together and had been together all these years. How many of those giant monster energy drinks they would have had by now together?
A few.
They just seem like the type,
Okay.
couple sharing that giant monster.
But what is your last irrational cry? Well, you cried at something for absolutely no reason, or at least a reason that you don't really understand. Like for Rob, it's Spider-Man.
Mine weren't irrational. I had a good reason. It was emotional.
Yeah, I think that's irrational. It's silly to me because I
Okay.
don't get Spider-Man, but at least he was saying it was a sad scene, so he cried. That makes sense to me. But crying just because of Pamela and maybe there was a sad scene in that movie that made him cry.
That's what I'm saying. You could say that it doesn't.
But it's not irrational. I think irrational. Well, I don't know. I
So
shouldn't
then,
say
what?
that.
How would you classify what would be classified as an irrational cry?
Gosh, I don't know.
If a man, an adult, dropped an ice cream cone and started crying.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That would be an irrational cry. Like Christine on our Facebook page said, I cried when Optimus Prime was killed.
But that's sad.
I mean, it did die.
He died.
Robot or not,
Yeah.
it did die.
It was sad. Or like if you can't find the right outfit, you start crying.
See, that to me is more kind of in line with irrational.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because that's just. You did that?
Yes.
Yeah, she's done it a lot. She's
Yes.
So that would be considered. We would allow that as an irrational cry. When you can't find the right outfit, you just burst into tears.
Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
So much for that positive, bright outlook on life she always carries, Riggins.
Well, that's how I let it out by crying instead of yelling at somebody.
So, Riggins, would you
positive
consider
cry.
that
Yeah,
you've
it's a
had an
positive
irrational cry lately, or in a while?
I'm really trying to think. I mean, the last one where I really is pretty irrational was over that octopus movie.
Yeah.
That's
But
pretty
still,
irrational.
it was emotional to you.
To me, it was
But I mean,
emotional.
the way you phrased it, though, that would be, if people say
it
it's
was
totally fine.
It was heavy.
Or when I cried over the mushrooms, that was like
Yeah, that's
irrational.
irrational.
Yeah,
when
like it didn't make any sense, but I cried.
When she went and learned how they grow mushrooms, she started crying.
Yeah.
So
I
beautiful.
walked into the room, it was full of mushrooms, and I
Then-
just cried.
Does all fungus make you cry?
Yeah.
No, just that specific.
Like athlete's foot? That
Ew.
wouldn't, if you saw that, you wouldn't cry at its beauty?
It's gross.
It's a fungus.
It's nasty.
All right. So, at the Ace TJ show, what was your last irrational cry? Now, I had what I thought was a phenomenal example of this. Yet, I think now y'all have made it where I don't think it would be considered that irrational.
I bet it was irrational.
You bet it was.
Yeah, I bet it was. You've got a lot of them. I mean, listening to the marching band, you start crying.
That's no,
watching
it's not
Hyde
the
Vic-
marching. It's not the marching band. It's the Golden Band from Tigerland, and it's when I do cry at that. I can't get
It's a
through that.
marching band.
It's the LSU marching band, but still, when they play the fight song, that makes me cry every single time. I could be in my car listening to it on my phone and be like, "Oh, that's gonna make me tear up."
It's not even sad, so it's irrational to me.
Okay. Well, okay. Then maybe I have one, maybe I don't. So I'll give you mine and get yours next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
So the show is live on YouTube. acetjtv is our YouTube channel. A lot of great stuff happening there all the time, every day. Today we've got Fend for Yourselves. We've got the new Ace at Large is up there now for you to check out. You can travel with the Ace and TJ show. But when this part of the show happens every day, it's been driving me crazy that I'm much more fair-skinned than TJ. TJ's very tan. And I messaged Todd again today, Mr. Todd, and I said, Todd, how do we get my camera shot as dark as TJ's? The background is so much darker on TJ's than mine. The color is so much better on TJ's than mine. I know I'm very fair skinned, but what can we do to make it better? He said it's his sweatshirt and his skin color. So better lights and cameras. Are you in a tanning bed? And I said, Todd, it's just darker behind him also. He said, I can put another layer of gels on your lights. Which fluorescents are on? And I'm the ones we always talk about, blah, 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 blah. So then we were in a break and we were texting. And then I expressed to everyone in the room, like, he's wrong. There's no way this is right. Like, it's driving me crazy. And he just won't listen to me. He keeps telling me it's TJ's shirt that makes it look better every day, or the fact that just TJ's darker. And I'm like, you could look at the wall. If he would look at the wall, he would see it. And my phone goes off, and I look down, and Todd goes, I can read lips. He was watching. He was watching the entire time I was griping about him.
Okay.
I can read lips.
He's blacking you out. He's like, so dark.
You are translucent jellyfish.
Yeah, you got to watch this on our YouTube channel. It's pretty funny. Yeah, what do you want him to do? I mean, we got the lights.
He can't fix your skin tone.
Fix the lighting, though, to help me a little bit.
I don't think the lights can even fix it at this point, bud.
How can TJ and I go to other places and do things, and I look decent?
Because they're not balling on a budget, on a low budget.
I refuse. Then this light over here, my head needs to be cut out or something. It's good. I'm gonna.
He did say we need to start closing Rob's door. He did say that from the light coming out of there.
It's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah.
He's gonna put the poop emoji on your face right now.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on acetjtv.
Branding, marketing, doing the production for audio, video, and digital for your business. You need that at an affordable price? Then you need to go to acetjmedia.com. We can handle it. acetjmedia.com. That's where you need to go. So you may have a business that sells rope. You're selling rope to everybody, and you're just not taking off. It's like every day you open your store and you might as well be hanging yourself with some of your inventory because it's just not going anywhere. It's a dead end. So you contact us through acetjmedia.com. We write you up some commercials, do some video production for online marketing and all of that. Next thing you know, you got everybody from movers to cowboys coming in there looking for rope. That's the way it works. You'd be the number one rope seller in the entire U.S. America, probably. It's probable, maybe. So it's AceTJ Media, acetjmedia.com. Go get it.
There's a new restaurant opening up in San Francisco, which is known as one of the best food cities in the world. I don't want to get into that argument again. But I've heard that San Francisco is one of the best food cities in the world. Never been there, but that's what I've heard. And there's a new restaurant opening up, and it is fancy. It's like a Michelin star style menu. I mean, they've got these exotic ceviches and poached eggs that are poached in like beef fat or something like that. I don't know. All seasonal produce, interesting exotic proteins. If this sounds like it's something up your alley, Alexis, maybe, don't bring your appetite because it is not a restaurant for humans.
What?
It is a restaurant for dogs. It is called Dogue. D-O-G-U-E. Dogue, like Vogue.
Yeah.
But Dogue. And dishes cost, a tasting menu. A tasting menu at Dogue will run you about $78. So
you said 78?
78 doll hairs. And but you get fine cuisine for your most beloved pet, including a rose that is actually crafted out of an antelope heart. Wrap your head around that one. I mean, and it is beautiful to look at on the plate. There is no doubt. I mean, it is stunning, but it is, again, dog food.
I didn't think you were supposed to change your dog's diet willy-nilly like that. I thought they were pretty much supposed to be eating the same thing.
Well, the cafe, the Bon Appetit Cafe is only open 1 day a week. So every other time you can just go get snacks and treats.
And I bet they're going to kill it.
I'm sure they will.
I bet people will spend money.
I bet they will.
Ace TJ 5G.
$10,000 to change your life. That is the goal with our charity, Peyton's Promise. We put together the first quarter of the rest of your life. Here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/first. That's acetj.com/first. Tell us, there's a form there to fill out. In 100 words or less, you tell us how $10,000 would change your life. How would you use that money to change your life and set you up for future success? That's the goal. So fill that out. You got until Monday the 27th?
Correct.
To get that information in, and then we start the long process, because it's $10,000 that we're giving away, and we're going to go through a lot to make sure we give it to somebody who's going to use it to set themselves up for a better life. So again, it's the first quarter of the rest of your life. That's what we call it. And your chance to win $10,000 from our charity, Peyton's Promise. acetj.com/first. Jesus hit us up on our Facebook page and said he has cried because once he had leftovers in the fridge and he waited all day. He was craving them, and when he got home, they had been eaten. And he cried.
I get that.
Now, would that count as an irrational cry?
No, 100% warranted.
Or is he just saying that because he knows that Alexis has done that?
He could have.
I didn't cry. I fought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no punk. Beat someone up.
Okay.
Jennifer said when Lightning McQueen pushes the king across the finish line, she goes, every time, I cry, period.
Oh, my God.
Does that count as an irrational cry?
Is it a sad thing?
Yeah.
It's a touching.
It's a touching moment.
Okay. All right. No. That's not irrational then.
Okay, then I don't feel so bad about mine now at all, because I have always thought mine was irrational. Look, I don't know if y'all noticed. I turned away. Setting it up so you could hear it, it made me cry. And there's a reason why now, and I realize now I could have been wrong, that it's not necessarily an irrational cry. But let me take you back. The year was 1994. I'm sitting home on a Saturday night probably having a couple beers, watching some professional wrestling.
Oh my God.
That's a true story. Very famous clip. Allow me to set the scene. In the ring, you will have a man by the name of Dustin Rhodes, who is the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, who is one of the greatest talkers in the history of professional wrestling. And Dustin's wrist, his left wrist, has been broken and is in a cast, and he's seeking revenge. And he says he just needs a partner to help him seek revenge on. I forgot who he's seeking revenge on. And into the ring comes his father, the legendary American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, who has just told him, when you walk behind, the view never changes. That this is his time to step up and be a man and take his rightful spot at the top of the plate. And he just needs help. And he doesn't want him to go ask any other partner. He's just told him, I'll tell you why it makes me cry in a minute. He just told him, let me be your partner. I know this is stupid, but I'll play. This is the end of it. You ready? Here we go.
I don't need no handshake, because out there right now tonight there's people with their brothers and their sisters and their wives. They are blood. The Kennedys were blood. The Earps were blood. The Rhodes are blood. I don't need a handshake. What I need now from you is just a hug and a kiss. Just seal the deal, baby.
So they hug, people go crazy, blah, blah, blah. At that moment, Alexis is laughing. My phone rang, and I knew who was calling me when I answered the phone. I'll never forget. And I picked up the phone, and I was like, hey, Daddy. And he goes, you just see the dream? I said, that was pretty awesome. He goes, I was making sure you were watching. Click. And then he hung up because I knew he was about to cry. Oh. And I've always thought, and sometimes, and my dad's been dead now for, what is this, 2023? 12 years? 11 years. 11. It was 11 years January. Anyway, and I've always thought that was stupid, that it's an irrational cry.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, because it has a good memory attached. If your dad wouldn't have called you were just crying because of that, I would have been like, I don't get it.
So until my dad called, you were totally into that irrational cry.
Like, what?
I mean, but that could go down in history as one of the greatest redneck tearjerkers ever.
Yeah.
That's fair. It could be one of the greatest redneck tearjerkers of all time.
My daddy split a bottle of Jack Daniels with me, and we watched Dusty Rhodes together.
Oh, my goodness.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
For what you do to your bodies. I mean, we got to have those side by side. That was incredible, Ace. How touching. I think it's sweet. Incredible. We'll be now trending coming up next.
The Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history is one of those days where you say, has it really been that long? But it has. Details next.
All right, so Jody's decided now that not only are we changing the name of Small Town Adventures, we're not going to announce where we're going on Small Town Adventures until we're leaving.
You know why?
Why?
Because this is Monday, and a lot can happen between Monday to Saturday when we leave, and I might find something that we need to do Thursday. And I say, oh, no, we don't need to go there. Let's go here this week.
Okay. I don't care. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Change the name of it. You know, we might as well just turn this into Jody and Jenny's house. And I'll go home early on Mondays.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, Sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
ACETJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 14 years ago today, February 8th, 2009. Adele was named the Best New Artist at the 51st Annual Grammy Awards. Hard to believe, it's been 14 years since Adele first hit the scene. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, by the way, won Album of the Year for Raising Sand, and Jennifer Hudson's first album was the Best R&B Album of the Year also. So that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on acetjtv. Just you and us. This is ACETJ 5G.
What is the most important thing when somebody walks into a business or walks into your doctor's office or whatever? It's that it better look good. It better be clean. It better give people the impression that you care. That's why the Johnson Group is so important to the success of all of the businesses that they work with. Optimist Hall, all of the YMCAs in Charlotte, High Point, and Gastonia, because commercial cleaning is what they do, and they do it better than anybody else. And they've had all of these customers for years and years and years because they are the very best. Let them help you put your best foot forward by taking care of, keeping your office, your medical building space completely clean at all times. acetj.com/clean. It's acetj.com/clean to find out more about the Johnson Group.
There was a truck crash late the other night, excuse me, in Greensboro on a ramp. They had the whole thing closed, the exit 219 ramp from I-40, because there was an 18-wheeler that had crashed. And it was full of Jack Daniels. It was transporting Jack Daniels whiskey, and it was spilling onto the road. Now, a lot of people will say, hey, if I'd have been out there, I'd have been out there with a cup trying to get some of that, whatever. Anytime there's a truck that crashes and its products go all over the road, people start talking about, I'd have been out there picking that up, whatever it is. I can't think of any, first of all, it'd be stealing. If a truck crashed in front of me, I can't think of it carrying any product that would make me want to jump out of the car, out of my truck, and go up there and try to grab some of it. No. Even money, if a money truck.
It'd make me want to. I wouldn't do it, but I'd want to.
I may run up there if it's something that's like blowing away, that I would help them try to gather it up.
Yeah.
But not to keep it, because that's kind of SOB I am. I'm a kind, giving, selfless person.
Yeah. If it was a kitten truck or something.
Oh my goodness.
I would take one.
Take one?
Yeah, I don't even want a cat, but I feel like if there was a bunch of them, I'd be like, I'm just going to take one. I'll keep it.
What about a bunny rabbit one? Little bunnies.
No.
Is there such a thing as a kitten truck?
I hope not.
I want that.
Yeah, that seems like it'd be illegal, like heading to Mexico or something.
I hope not.
But that's what Alexis would love to pull up on her birthday at the club. It's the big kitten truck.
Yeah.
Ace, even if it were piping hot fried chicken, you wouldn't get out and try to grab you a breast?
No, I'd try to not be that person.
Yeah.
What about Debbie pies that you like?
Oh, some little oatmeal cream
Yeah.
pies?
You wouldn't take at least one? There's hundreds and hundreds.
Only if it fell into my truck.
ACETJ 5G.
The weekend review song on Fridays. It is the week in review, not weekend review. People still confuse it. Did you know that, Riggins?
I do, and I got a funny story about that.
It's sponsored by Calitrin. Every week it's sponsored by Calitrin. They don't just say, hey, we'll sponsor it on the weeks where it's really, really good. They sponsor it every week. If you need help losing weight, go to acetj.com/weight loss and order Calitrin.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, LeBron is the top trending topic at the moment because he has broken the NBA record. He is now the all-time leading scorer as of last night, a title that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar held for 39 years. So people are very excited to see LeBron break that record. And he said he's not retired until his son makes the NBA. He wants to play a year with his son on the same team.
Oh, that's cute.
He also said that Kobe's ghost came down to him the night before and said, "You're about to break the record."
Is that right?
Yeah. He said, and then he and Kobe's ghost played some poker, and he won. LeBron won.
Is that true?
Any of that is true.
What? That he said that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised he lies all the time. It's a thing. It's a thing on the internet.
You're
It's a meme.
lying.
It's a meme online that he lies all the time. Those are the things. LeBron said he was there when Evel Knievel tried to jump the Snake River Canyon, whatever. That's how much he lies. That people, even his fans, laugh about it. Except they say he capping all the time. He capping.
Yeah, this is a real quick, great moment from last night, though.
Looking for James. He's got it. LeBron James, a shot at history. LeBron stands alone.
It's a great moment to have it happen at home because you really get a better response from the crowd than you would if you were on the road. So
I've never heard a crowd explode like that since last time Ric Flair walked that walk down that aisle. He walked that aisle.
See,
Ric Flair.
I knew
He had that blue coat on.
I knew I was opening myself up to be mocked, but that's what I get for coming into the show and sharing and being honest.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Oh, we don't make fun of him.
No.
Well, no, Superfly, he was a bad person. It's not.
Do you don't make fun of him because you're scared?
Yeah.
Like he's going to come get you?
He evil. He killed somebody. They believe he killed somebody.
He's like-
Yeah, that's how high off that rope he came.
Yeah.
Just snapped a man's neck out in the parking lot.
You're a bunch of crybabies.
Y'all.
Did you have to respond, Days?
No. Because we know what kind of person she is. So.
Ooh.
What kind of person is that?
The type of person that would make fun of somebody, sharing a story about their father who's dead.
Oh, stop it.
You suck, Alexis.
That's right.
Yup.
Magic Mike's Last Dance is out on Friday. That is the highly anticipated sequel to Magic Mike. It's not going to have any nudity in it.
Yeah, they said, I saw that this morning. They said, calm down, ladies. There's no nudity, not even a man in a thong. They're just shirtless in some shots.
What's the point of that?
Yeah.
What's the point of that? It's a stripper movie. Was there nudity in the first one?
But maybe
Or
they
the
were
other
wearing.
Yeah, I think there was.
There was?
Some, yeah. I don't know. I never saw it. I'm just trying to remember seeing it on, some streaming service. I don't know.
So it's just a bunch of guys dancing with no shirts on? Great.
Yeah, I guess so. I hear the script is fantastic. And then State of the Union happened last night. President Joe Biden addressed Congress, and that is one of the top trending topics. A lot of people talking about it on the internet.
See?
I'm just kidding. I mean, that was wild. What just happened?
Okay.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
It was really sweet.
It's okay. Whatever, man.
It was nice.
Okay. Okay. Next time we play the chant and you cry, I'm going to laugh at you.
That's a good reason to cry.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You've heard it 1,000 times.
I bet you made up the thing about your dad just to
I didn't
justify
I
it.
know, he was trying to make us
Swear to
like
God,
feel
that's a true
bad.
story.
My dad called me. I
True
swear.
story.
But I mean, that's something that's now trending.
Oh, you there? You through?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a list that's out today of the most common dramas that people face on a regular basis. And usually we find out that people who say that they hate drama or they won't, quote unquote, I don't do drama, are the most drama carrying people among us. So we're going to see if this list helps us determine whether or not that theory is true. And you'll have to help us in the investigation. Coming up next.
The Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, Sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
So the show is live on YouTube. acetjtv is our YouTube channel. A lot of great stuff happening there all the time, every day. Today we've got Fend for Yourselves. We've got the new Ace at Large is up there now for you to check out. You can travel with the Ace and TJ show. But when this part of the show happens every day, it's been driving me crazy that I'm much more fair-skinned than TJ. TJ's very tan. And I messaged Todd again today, Mr. Todd, and I said, Todd, how do we get my camera shot as dark as TJ's? The background is so much darker on TJ's than mine. The color is so much better on TJ's than mine. I know I'm very fair skinned, but what can we do to make it better? He said it's his sweatshirt and his skin color. So better lights and cameras. Are you in a tanning bed? And I said, Todd, it's just darker behind him also. He said, I can put another layer of gels on your lights. Which fluorescents are on? And I'm the ones we always talk about, blah, 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 blah. So then we were in a break when we were texting, and then I expressed to everyone in the room, like, he's wrong. There's no way this is right. Like, it's driving me crazy. And he just won't listen to me. He keeps telling me it's TJ's shirt that makes it look better every day, or the fact that just TJ's darker. And I'm like, you could look at the wall. If he would look at the wall, he would see it. And my phone goes off, and I look down, and Todd goes, I can read lips. He was watching. He was watching the entire time I was griping about him.
Good.
I can read lips.
He's blacking you out. He's like, so dark.
You like translucent jellyfish.
Yeah, you got to watch this on our YouTube channel. It's pretty funny. Yeah, what do you want him to do? I mean, we got the lights.
He can't fix your skin tone.
Fix the lighting, though, to help me a little bit.
I don't think the lights can even fix it at this point, bud.
How can TJ and I go to other places and do things, and I look decent?
Because they're not balling on a budget.
Yeah.
On a low budget.
I refuse. Then this light over here, my head needs to be cut out or something. It's good. I'm gonna.
He did say we need to start closing Rob's door. He did say that from the light coming out of there.
It's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah.
He's going to put the poop emoji on your face right now.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on acetjtv. Get on the radio. This is AceTJ 5G.
AceTJ 5G is brought to you by O'Connor Insurance Associates. Great people. They treat every customer how they would want to be treated. They are committed to helping you get the most insurance for your money. Just get started at acetj.com/O'Connor. It's acetj.com/O'Connor.
Okay. Time for a little fun round of what you into today. Alexis, what you into today?
I'm into this breakfast that I think I'm about to order from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, you got to get it in before the diet starts Monday.
So I was waiting to see if y'all wanted something before I placed my order because I'm trying to be nice.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Y'all want anything?
Okay. We'll take that as an answer. Yeah. How excited were you? When did you make the decision that y'all were going to hold off and not start today and start on Monday?
Yesterday around lunchtime because I asked Jay what I was going to eat later for dinner because we didn't have anything planned. And I'm like, well, I guess we can't start the diet then. I was like, we should start on Monday.
And he said, okay.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
Oh, he's not
So
happy
I'm about
already.
to stuff my face for the next few days. And I got a weekend coming up.
And it's the Super Bowl, so you're going to have a bunch of stuff on Sunday?
Yup.
Yeah, that's another thing. You can't start
Right.
Super Bowl week.
Yeah, you can't
That's what I
start Super
said.
Bowl week, man.
I can do the no drinking. That part's fine.
Oh, yeah, you can always do that.
Yeah.
TJ, what you into today?
I am into how incredible the show Mayor of Kingstown keeps getting week after week. It's so good. I can't even contain myself. It comes on Sunday nights live, right? And then Jody and I watch it together, and we did it last night from this week's episode, and it's just it's awesome.
My wife has zero interest in it, so I watch it by myself, and I haven't had a chance to watch it yet this
I'm
week.
like 2 weeks behind.
Riggins, what you into today?
I'm also into a show. Clarkson's Farm is back for season 2 on Amazon this Friday. Top 5 favorite shows of all time. It sounds really weird. It's about a guy who buys a farm during the pandemic and he tries to grow things, and it's incredible. That's out on Friday.
Clarkson's Farm?
Yes.
All right. Take D Rob, what you into today?
My board game, Frosthaven, that I played yesterday. I'm going home and playing it again today.
How many hours did you spend playing Frosthaven yesterday, Rob?
Probably from 2 until about 8.
Okay.
And you're not done yet?
I won't be done for months.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Nobody really knew what to say.
And how long did it take you to set it up?
On Sunday, it took me all afternoon to get everything ready to go.
So like 5 hours?
More than that.
More than that. Okay. Nice.
That sounds fun.
Ace TJ 5G. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history is one of those days where you say, has it really been that long? But it has. Details next. Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. AceTJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 14 years ago today, February 8th, 2009. Adele was named the Best New Artist at the 51st Annual Grammy Awards. Hard to believe it's been 14 years since Adele first hit the scene. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, by the way, won Album of the Year for Raising Sand, and Jennifer Hudson's first album was the Best R&B Album of the Year also. So that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on acetjtv.
What are we trying to talk about here? We're about to discuss a whole issue about day-to-day dramas. Now, if you would please, just as a personal favor, even though I can't hear you, what you may say to your radio or your device, if you could just refrain through this entire thing from saying, "Save that drama for your mama," that would be grand.
That would be phenomenal if you could give that up.
Love that. Love that. It's Super Bowl week, y'all. It's time. We need to start loving one another again. That's what we need to do.
So Super Bowl week is the week to love one another?
It's Super Bowl week, y'all got to get out there and love one another. That's the problem with the country today is that we stop loving one another. Give grace to your fellow man and woman. All right. This study says this is a list of the most common everyday dramas that we all endure. Number one, being stuck in traffic. So this is the kind of stuff they're calling a drama.
Okay.
Spilling something on your clothing. And then it says food, drinks, makeup, or toothpaste. Like there needed to be an explanation for spilling something on your clothing. Dropping and smashing something fragile. Accidentally, Ace, that's the difference. Waking up late and spilling something on the carpet. These are things that I guess that just means these are common things. Like when I say the most painful common ailment or whatever that you can have, I would think would be top two, ingrown toenail and hemorrhoid attack. But obviously that's not more painful than getting stabbed, in the kidney or something. Yeah. So this would be like, Riggins, whenever you left your vape stick in the car and had to go down and get it, and it was a nightmare for you. But if we stop and think of everything that happens to us that is not positive, then where does it stop?
That's what I wondered. Are those things, is that a drama? You're stuck in traffic. That is drama in your life?
Well,
I mean, you spill something on your clothes. That's dramatic? That's just something that happens.
I think maybe the way you act about it is when it's dramatic. For example, some people say that they hate unloading the clean dishes from the dishwasher so much that they would rather clean the toilet or every toilet in the house with their toothbrush rather than unload the dishwasher one time. Some people have said that.
Yeah.
And that might be considered dramatic.
Okay.
Or sometimes they would say clean the toilets with their pillowcase.
Ugh.
Rather than empty the clean dishes from the dishwasher.
That's disgusting.
But I would rather do that.
And
I would rather clean the toilets with my toothbrush or pillowcase than put the clean dishes away out of the dishwasher.
Since you and I both talked about the fact that I hate it too, and we've talked about that several times. And I've tried recently, every time I do it, to open it, look at it, and go, oh, you know what? This is not that bad. It's not that big a deal. And that seems to work until I get to the utensils. And then it really frustrates. And I'm like, oh, I hate doing this, because you pick them all up and spread them out on the counter like that. I try not to make such a big deal. So I guess, does your reaction to this stipulate what makes it more or less dramatic? Like, for example, my reaction to almost all of these circumstances is I'm the idiot. Like it's all. Like if I spill food on my clothes, I'm mad at myself, because clearly I'm unable to function on a proper level, and now I've created a hassle for myself. I'm not.
Or when one of your earbuds gets pulled out, Ace, your reaction to that.
Yeah. That hurts.
That's like that's the Academy Award winning dramatic performance. God. If you're gonna call actions drama.
Yeah.
Alexis, in her leftovers, somebody eating her leftovers or her snacks or anything, her overreaction to that is drama.
There's no overreaction to that. That is legit.
That's the proper reaction.
100%.
For you to get, fist of fury flying.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that's why I say that's all. Anytime y'all are talking about how Alexis is always, sweet sunshine and a nice outlook on everything and positive and inspirational and all this stuff, y'all forget about those moments where she snaps. Anybody can be in a good mood and inspirational and tell everybody else. You got to look at the positive side of things and all that. If they've allowed themselves 10 times a day to snap at something.
Okay, it's not 10 times a day.
And they want to talk about beating somebody down.
And I never said I was perfect, so. I never said I was perfect. I have my flaws.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when everybody else is giving you credit for being just a little Miss Sunshine all the time. They don't know. They don't know that you sometimes need to go to the hospital.
I think there are some times when it's okay to freak out on somebody and break down.
That's someone stealing from you.
Especially when they're sponging off of you anyway, and then they go and steal your food.
Stealing. What is that? What does the Bible say about stealing?
Yeah, but if you're shacked up with somebody and they eat your leftovers and you flip out over it, what's the Bible say about shacking up?
Oh.
Okay, you gonna bring the Bible in? You brought it in.
Well, the Bible says you got to take care of the homeless.
That's all you were doing?
Yeah, take care of the needy and the homeless.
That's part of the platform.
Without you, he'd have been living in his car.
Right.
Exactly.
Until you fed the homeless, or the homeless fed himself, and then you kicked him back out on the street, which is what happened. You kind of got it messed up.
Hey.
So what is your day-to-day drama that you realize you may overreact to it, or you may not? You think you're completely justified in your reaction to somebody walking by your desk in the cubicle and tapping it as they go by. And, hey, I hate that. My mama will freak out if somebody taps her on the shoulder. Oh, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard to people.
Really?
Yeah, she just can't. It gives her the heebie-jeebies and stuff. We worked with a guy one time. If you bit into an apple around him, he would act like you just shot him because he hated the sound of the crunch of an apple. Like up against the wall. Oh, God! Oh! Putting his hands over his ears, falling to the floor. Oh, I hate that sound. Like, okay. Something like that. What you got? Send us a DM on that. Let's see what we can get at the Ace TJ Show.
The Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, Sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
So the show is live on YouTube. acetjtv is our YouTube channel. A lot of great stuff happening there all the time, every day. Today we've got Fend for Yourselves. We've got the new Ace at Large is up there now for you to check out. You can travel with the Ace and TJ show. But when this part of the show happens every day, it has been driving me crazy that I'm much more fair-skinned than TJ. TJ is very tan. And I messaged Todd again today, Mr. Todd, and I said, Todd, how do we get my camera shot as dark as TJ's? The background is so much darker on TJ's than mine. The color is so much better on TJ's than mine. I know I'm very fair skinned, but what can we do to make it better? He said it's his sweatshirt and his skin color. So better lights and cameras. Are you in a tanning bed? And I said, Todd, it's just darker behind him also. He said, I can put another layer of gels on your lights. Which fluorescents are on? And I'm the ones we always talk about, blah, 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 blah. So then we were in a break and we were texting, and then I expressed to everyone in the room, like, he's wrong. There's no way this is right. Like, it's driving me crazy. And he just won't listen to me. He keeps telling me it's TJ's shirt that makes it look better every day, or the fact that just TJ's darker. And I'm like, you could look at the wall. If he would look at the wall, he would see it. And my phone goes off, and I look down, and Todd goes, I can read lips. He was watching. He was watching the entire time I was griping about him.
Good.
I can read lips.
He's blacking you out. He's like, so dark.
You are translucent jellyfish.
Yeah, you got to watch this on our YouTube channel. It's pretty funny. Yeah, what do you want him to do? I mean, we got the lights.
He can't fix your skin tone.
He can fix the lighting, though, to help me a little bit.
I don't think the lights can even fix it at this point, bud.
How can TJ and I go to other places and do things, and I look decent?
Because they're not balling on a budget.
Yeah.
On a low budget.
I refuse. Then this light over here, my head needs to be cut out or something. It's gonna. I'm gonna.
He did say we need to start closing Rob's door. He did say that from the light coming out of
It's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah.
He's going to put the poop emoji on your face right now.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. This is Ace TJ 5G.
What's the perfect thing to do today? Say you have a long day at work, you come home, you don't feel like a lot of hassle tonight, it's the middle of the week. PapaJohns.com. Friday night, PapaJohns.com. Anytime over the weekend, Super Bowl Sunday, PapaJohns.com. What is better than the cheesy goodness of a Papa John's pizza you know and love? How about the new crispy parm crust pizza? It's Parmesan Romano cheese is baked into the thin crust. So the crust is even cheesier than ever before. Plus, you can customize, sorry, my mouth is watering. You can customize your crispy parm pizza. So it's kind of like taking the pizza and flipping it upside down, so to speak. So you get all that great cheese in the crust of the pizza, and then you can customize and put everything else you want on the top of the pizza. So it's unbelievable. The crispy parm pizza, delivery, carry out, you can do it today. They flip pizza night on its head. All you have to do is go to papajohns.com, the Papa John's app, or call your local Papa John's restaurant. So papajohns.com or the Papa John's app. Order right now for delivery or carry out.
All right, I know this is going to upset some people, but I've got somebody's name I need to add to the need to go to the hospital list because they need some therapy, like round-the-clock therapy to get rid of this problem they got.
Okay.
It is one Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio. Everybody has joked for years that Leonardo DiCaprio loves always dates the younger women. You know, the women. It's about the women. Which is fine. Now, I don't fall into that category of how the feminists are calling him a child predator and things like that, because now he's supposedly dating a 19-year-old. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying he's got some kind of a hang up. He's 48 and he can't ever connect on a plane with a woman that's even close to his age.
Yeah.
So he's 48, and now if he's dating a 19-year-old, there's something not clicking right up there. Or either he's got just like a huge insecurity that he's afraid that someone who is more on the life level mentally with him, not saying this girl is dumb or anything, but having lived life, a 19-year-old is, someone who is not really experienced life, but he's almost 50, and that's the type of person he has to hitch his wagon to. That would tell me he's insecure and too insecure to be around a woman who may challenge him intellectually, who may be closer to his age. Because I know he's rich and famous and he get young, hot women and all of that. But there comes a time when you got to look past that and see that he need to go to the hospital. For his own good, he need to go to the hospital, get some therapy.
19's awfully young.
29-year age difference. And it's always been a running thing. He only dates, models that are young. And there is a reason for that. And I think it's not a good reason. And then guys are like, shut up, man. You get a hot 19-year-old. You just jealous. And say what you want. I mean, that's not true. But if you're 48 and you're established in life and you can't find a woman that you can bond with that's close to your age, you need to go to the hospital.
Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
And the question is, which show member would you least trust with your darkest secret? And things have changed since I originally brought this up earlier in the week. Things have changed. Who would you least trust with your darkest secret? Right now, in the lead, with 35% of the vote, is Alexis.
Really?
They would least trust you with their darkest secret.
I wonder why.
Well,
I don't tell anybody secrets.
Maybe they figure because far too often you don't have complete control of your faculties.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be it, Riggins?
Your faculties are out of order.
Yeah.
I always assume that means like pooping on yourself.
It's not what it
Control
means.
his faculties.
Your faculties.
It doesn't mean that.
Pooping yourself.
What is that?
Control my faculties.
Incontinence.
Incontinence, yeah. That's the same thing. Are they pooping on themselves?
Yeah, they're like,
It's not
no,
really
what are
bad.
you talking about? No.
Really bad, really bad. All his faculties are right there in his bed.
But speaking of pooping on yourself, Ace is runner-up in this poll.
Thanks.
A close second, but Alexis with a hearty lead.
But I predicted, when you mentioned this the other day, I predicted I would win because I am bad to share things on the radio, and I try not to.
Exactly. He actually has data and proven facts that he can't keep a secret.
But I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older.
Because no one's told you their secrets.
I wish I could remember that secret about you. I would tell him.
Secret.
That's losing control of your faculties right there. That's what that is.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
That always sounds like some music where people are finna go perform a heist or something. They going in there. I love that. It's bad, man. It's okay. It's okay. I saw this thing about NBA halftime performances, like the entertainers that they have in the NBA to do halftime shows.
Yeah.
Like contortionists, acrobats, frisbee catching dogs, that sort of thing. They make typically between, say, $1,500 and $5,000.
Really?
Per performance. And obviously it's, it goes by the performer, like the lady that balanced all the plates on her face or whatever she used to do and ride a unicycle and all that. She was famous for halftime shows and all. She probably was getting $5,000.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big deal.
The Red Panda.
I was the halftime entertainment at an NBA game once. They didn't pay me anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
when I was in the 8th grade.
Oh.
I won the Pepsi Hot Shot competition. They put spots on the floor and you got points. You did 3 rounds. And I won the local, and we had to go to Houston for a deal, and then I finished second at that one. So they came back. We come back to Houston, the Final Four, and we shot 2 rounds before the game. Then the 3rd round was at halftime of the Houston Rockets Chicago Bulls game in the Summit Arena, which is now the church that Joel Osteen has, that big massive place.
Yeah.
And so at halftime, we were part of the entertainment. We had to shoot. It was pretty awesome. I didn't win, but it was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
See if you can get booked and tell that story.
Right. What a
How much do you think they'll pay you for that?
I was just sharing my little story of being the halftime entertainment. I didn't pay anything.
That was the question I was leading up to, is like, does anybody have some sort of a little talent that would count as an NBA halftime show?
Bam!
And there we got it. Ace's story time.
I laid it on you.
Oh, God.
You started out at half court. The little buzzer went off. I had 60 seconds to shoot from all the spots on the floor. First one, I ran up and bam, drained the 3, and the crowd went nuts.
Really?
Yeah, I lit it up the 3rd round in front of the crowd. I didn't do so great the first 2, but yeah, I was halftime entertainment at an NBA game. So come on.
Yeah, it's great. We get all kinds of good stuff out of Ace today. Dusty Rhodes makes him cry to this day. Listening to Dusty Rhodes talk about his wrestling stuff makes him cry. And he was in the 8th grade and went and shot in an NBA halftime show or halftime.
It was awesome
deal. Then he considers that to be the fact that he was the halftime entertainment. That's a big thing.
That's what they did. That's what this literally. That was the halftime entertainment.
Like, they do, ladies and gentlemen, and then do the little laser lights around, and you run out of there. Ace.
That was honest. That was so long ago. It predated all of that.
I would have been like, time to get nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have been like,
Well, thanks, Alex.
I would have been, all right, y'all need to go to the restroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, to be fair, a lot of people
Kids out here.
did, but this was it was a different time. People didn't expect so much out of their NBA game. They didn't expect a lot of entertainment at halftime. They're like, "Oh, these kids are going to shoot some baskets. We're here to see some basketball. Let's do it." And I drained it.
Yep.
Yeah, drain the fun.
What is it?
It's a 3-point shot. In a couple of. What'd you say? Drain the fun?
Yes, she did.
Drain the fun. She's on fire as well.
And she doesn't even have new lashes today.
Yeah, I mean, she's just
acting like it.
She came in ripping.
This is he makes it too easy.
Yeah. I think that's great, though.
What'd you do in the 8th
Nobody
grade?
else?
Not that.
Get
Not
thrown
that.
out of school?
No.
You get thrown out of school?
What you
And
doing?
if I was
You were fighting somebody in the 8th grade?
cooler than what you were doing.
No one.
Juvie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're having a playground argument about who was cooler in the 8th grade.
I did not.
What'd you do in the 8th
At
grade?
least I wasn't a criminal.
Yeah, ain't that nothing, but cause trouble. And you're gonna make fun of me because I'm out there hooping it with the pros.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
Yeah, with the pros, not while they were in the locker room.
We got to shoot around with the pros.
Oh, you didn't say that before.
What are you, don't tell me you and your 19-day board game is going to act like you're any cooler than I am.
It's more than 19 days, okay?
Thank you, Riggins.
That was a good point. Well,
where were we going with this conversation? Sorry, I was just
Yeah,
trying to share a story and everybody attacks me.
Well, no, I don't know. we can just get out of it now. We can go to the break. I think we've gotten enough on this.
Ace and TJ. Want to see your business on acetjtv? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. acetj@acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using AceTJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at AceTJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
There's a 21-year-old guy that's been accused of running naked through the halls of a hotel in Des Moines, Iowa, threatening people with a plunger and pulling fire alarms, things of that nature. His name is Trevin Hill. And they said he was just running through. One of the other guests was in the 18th floor stairwell, and he's got the plunger going after him, and he's yelling, "I'm gonna blank and get you! I'm gonna get you!"
God. Was he chasing someone or just yelling?
Yeah, just chasing after
everybody.
Other people too, according to the report. Trevin was not playing.
Trevin, put the plunger down. No, I didn't. Trevin Hill. What's up? In Iowa? I go to the University of Iowa. I'm a senior. Sometimes I like to get a little crazy, dude. Get naked and chase people around with plungers.
It doesn't say if Trevin was on the dope or not, or drunk.
Yeah, probably.
He's got to be something.
Yeah, Trevin, dude. Hell yeah. Trevin.
That's your favorite part of this whole story.
Trevin Hill, dude. Hello, my name's Trevin. Booking one room for the night.
His middle name is Wayne. Trevin Wayne Hill.
Trevin Wayne Hill doing GBs in the hotel bathroom and then just ripping all your clothes off and going nuts. Probably on an edible. A couple of edibles. I did 250 milligrams, dude. I'm flying. Ate a Wonka bar before I came here. Trevin.
What's a Wonka bar?
It's like a super high-powered edible. It's a Wonka bar. Space bar.
Yeah, but it's a nice hotel. The
Sure.
18th floor of the Des Moines Marriott.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but the best, dude. Yeah, you got to get it in check, man. What was he, 20?
21.
21? What are you doing? There's not a lot to do in Iowa, so he probably was just out of his mind.
But I don't know how somebody didn't just beat the crap out of him if he's running around with it, like one of the other guests or something. If he's running around threatening people. And,
yeah, they might have just thought better of it just because of he appears to be out of it. He appears to be high.
But you also don't want to get that close to a naked man.
Right.
Yeah, that's
yeah. We'll call the cops.
What's her name? Lisa. Lisa said, she fat.
Lisa.
Brevity is the soul of wit. Old Billy Shakespeare said. You know? Lisa's got it.
Lisa's answer, huh? She's fat.
Good word.
I like that.
Harsh.
Tremaine said, very simple answer. I got the last name. That alone makes me better. Oh.
That's on period, honey. Okay. I like that.
No cap.
Which I don't get that slang, because that shouldn't be a positive thing. It's never usually a positive thing when you say that. It's on period.
It's on period.
I know.
Stop trying to dissect
kinda-
everything and
it's
just
kinda
like
gross.
take it. Okay.
It's kind of gross and vulgar.
What you're saying, sometimes just go with it.
Just go with it. Like, why do you have to just like ruin everything?
Because it's gross and vulgar.
Oh my God.
You've ruined
They
everything.
ruin everything all the time. It's like you can't have any fun or say any cool things in this place.
You're a serial ruiner.
You cannot come into the Ace and TJ Show studio and say cool things.
You can't. It's like, nah. Hey, protector of the language. Me, me, me. Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm like those guys with the big hats outside Buckingham Palace. I am not going to crumble.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
Hey, if you want to win $10,000 and how $10,000 could change your life, you need to be part of the first quarter of the rest of your life that we're doing, and you can go to find out all of the information on that at acetj.com/first. acetj.com/first. A guy in Tulsa named Jesse Odell had gone to Starbucks to get himself an iced Americano and a caramel Frappuccino for his wife.
Okay.
His wife went to pay for something at a store a few days later, and her card got denied. So she checked their bank account and realized Starbucks had charged Jesse Odell, her husband, $4,500 for those two drinks.
Oops.
And they eventually got a copy of the receipt, figured out what happened. A manager said the number 4 on the credit card machine they used was quote unquote sticky. So it accidentally tacked on a tip of $4,444.44. But reversing the charge, you would think wouldn't be a big deal, but it was, because Jesse bought coffee on January 7th, and they're still dealing with it. For some reason, Starbucks decided to send them 2 separate checks in the mail, and when they tried to cash them, they both bounced.
Starbucks checks
Yeah.
bounce?
So, not having access to that money has been a huge headache for them. You know, we should be having $4,500 in our account that we don't have. And then you had to know in the story something like this was going to be added in, especially dealing with a huge corporation like Starbucks. Jesse's wife, Dee Dee, is originally from Thailand. Hasn't seen her sisters in 17 years. She and Jesse were supposed to fly there to visit them January 27th, but had to cancel the trip because they didn't have any money in their account. Starbucks says 2 new checks are on the way. But,
okay,
I mean, how do you put a price on the loss of getting to go visit your sisters you haven't seen in 17 years, and it not being able to happen because Starbucks had your money? I wish Starbucks, we could even come up with a number that would make up for that Starbucks could give them.
But I think that's fair to put that in the story, because you would think something like that happens. They can easily turn that around, and in a day or two, they've got your money back to you. To me, that's fair to put in there because it messed them up from going on a big trip.
If it did. That's what I'm saying.
Although,
I'm just saying, if that were the case, well, we were planning on doing this, going, and I haven't seen my sisters in 17 years, and you ruined it because your mistake. I mean, there's no price, there's no dollar amount that could make up for that, unless you really throw out one that might stick with us. I do think they deserve some money for their trouble that they've had to go through.
Absolutely.
But, and I'm no special pleader for Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks, but I just hope they don't come at them and try to get their damage is $2 million.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. And I would want to see, if they did try to do that, I want to see the canceled receipts for the plane tickets and all of that, where you really had to cancel the trip. Because, you can always say that.
Yeah, if nothing else, they should, even if they postponed the trip and still kept their tickets and all that kind of stuff to reschedule later, there's a fee that goes with that. Starbucks should pay that fee for them.
Sure. Or,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Or they should just get them 2 tickets to Thailand.
All expenses paid vacation.
No. They don't need that.
Slow down.
They don't need it. They don't need that.
And free Starbucks while you're
All
out
right, so
there.
a stipend. So they give them 2 tickets to Thailand and $50 a day. $50 a day, you're living high on the hog in Thailand. I've seen National Geographic. Somebody catch your fish for you out there.
Yeah, if they get their money back and 2 tickets to Thailand, they've saved thousands of dollars. That's worth your while.
I bet you they didn't. They're not out any ticket money.
You think Jesse Odell's a dang liar? Jesse Odell.
No.
His wife may not even be from Thailand.
Yeah, maybe not.
Look at her. She's sad.
Yeah.
How much are those tears worth to you? So I'm sure they'll do an update on the story once they finally get their money.
I can't believe they haven't resolved this yet. It was a month ago. It's been a month trying to get their money back. That's crazy.
It's just like Seattle people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
There's a story out about the Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. It is shocking and weird and
wild.
I need everybody's opinion on it. Coming up in Now Trending.
Ace and TJ. Ace and TJ. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
AceTJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history is one of those days where you say, has it really been that long? But it has. Details next.
All right, so Jody's decided now that not only are we changing the name of Small Town Adventures, we're not going to announce where we're going on Small Town Adventures until we're leaving.
You know why?
Why?
Because this is Monday, and a lot can happen between Monday to Saturday when we leave, and I might find something that we need to do Thursday. And I say, oh, no, we don't need to go there. Let's go here this week.
Okay. I don't care. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Change the name of it. You know, we might as well just turn this into Jody and Jenny's house. And I'll go home early on Mondays.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, Sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
AceTJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 14 years ago today, February 8th, 2009. Adele was named the Best New Artist at the 51st Annual Grammy Awards. Hard to believe. It's been 14 years since Adele first hit the scene. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, by the way, won Album of the Year for Raising Sand. And Jennifer Hudson's first album was the Best R&B Album of the Year also. So that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on acetjtv. Is Ace TJ 5G.
Hey, there's a really nice fella that you need to make yourself known to, introduce yourself to him. If you need fencing in your yard or on your property and whatnot, his name's Shane Lisenby, and he's with Lisenby Fencing Solutions. Now, when you get a new fence, there are so many things that you're doing. First of all, you are marking your property, and there's no question. You put the fence on the property line. You say, "Hey, this is my property. That's your property." No questions, no confusion. Also, if you're a big-time celebrity like I am, you need the privacy and you need the security of a fence. And, it can add value to your home and your property. Different types of fences. Shane was in here the other day, and we were looking at the agriculture fences and the aluminum fences, and they do all kinds of stuff. So it's quality craftsmanship with competitive pricing, timely service, and again, Shane is a good fella. So
great guy.
Call him at 980-425-0897 or go to acetj.com/fence. acetj.com/fence.
So earlier in the show, we were talking about irrational cries that people have, and some answers have continued to come in through our social media that are pretty good. Sarah Morgan on Twitter at the Ace TJ Show said, "One time I burst into tears because we didn't have any cheese in the fridge for snack time."
Okay, that's a good one.
But you have your mind made of this, I'm ready for this cheese, and it's not there. My wife commented, and I'd forgotten about this, I cried over that Chick-fil-A fry that you stole from me.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, when the Chick-fil-A brought her food and they put it at the wrong house, I went down and found it when I came back, and I just took the fry out and said, I found it and threw it in my mouth, and she got freaked out over it, and then a minute later it was just some pregnancy hormone issues.
Yeah, she wouldn't have done that if she wasn't pregnant.
She says she wouldn't. I mean, I'm not going to say.
It was just one fry.
Yeah, it was the top. I opened it up and took the waffle fry, and I said, all your stuff's here, and threw the fry in my mouth, and I knew instantly, oh. She goes, "Why'd you eat that? You took the biggest one." I was like, "You haven't even looked in the bag to see what the biggest one is."
She knew.
And she lost it, crying. And then she admitted later, I don't know what that was about. It was hormones, pregnancy, whatever. I was like, okay. But I'm not saying it couldn't have happened if she wasn't pregnant.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll never know.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5.
Look at this, Riggins.
Hey.
You already late.
I'm late?
For your segment. What'd you do? Why are you running so late?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Well, a lot. I was busy. Leave me alone.
You busy.
What's trending with Riggins?
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
There's a crazy story out about Aaron Rodgers that was revealed yesterday. The internet was having a ball with it. We'll get to that in just a second. But, every year Papa John's does the heart-shaped pizza around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A said, we want to do something like that too. But I don't know if their idea is fully fleshed out. I think it's fleshed out. Fleshed out. It's just a heart-shaped tin that they're going to load up with chicken nuggets for you.
Oh.
They weren't going to make like a heart-shaped chicken sandwich, anything like that. It's just a metal tin that you can put your chicken minis or your chicken nuggets in.
Because a lot of people are kind of freaked out by meat that comes in shapes.
Yeah, I get it.
Like the McRib freaks a lot of people out because it's put into a mold that makes it look like it's got rib bones in it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People get freaked out by that.
I think that meat tastes better when it's in shapes, like the chicken nuggets, the dinosaur ones. I don't know what it is, but it tastes great.
You like those better?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people will get it. And listen, that would sound like a great Valentine's Day to me. Just get some Chick-fil-A, bunch of nuggets and sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
It's probably not going to be a line.
Yeah.
Because there never is at Chick-fil-A.
Never. Not out into the street blocking both ways of traffic at all. Since Justin Bieber sold his music for about $200 million a couple weeks ago, apparently Michael Jackson's estate is considering selling 50% interest of his songs for $900 million. But there's a catch. They want to maintain all complete control and management of those licensing.
But why would anybody do it?
I go, yeah, so what are you paying for if you still got to go to the estate every time you want to use this song for something?
Yeah, and
for almost $1 billion.
And they can veto it. The point is you then take control of that and do with what you need to do to make money.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
That would be
$900
crazy.
million, and we still control how you use it. Well, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
You just have to be an idiot to do that.
Yeah, maybe. And then there's this story about Aaron Rodgers. He was talking about what he's going to do next season. Is he going to retire? Is he going to keep playing? Will he go to another team? He's obviously a quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. But he said what he's going to do is go on a darkness retreat where he stays in complete darkness and silence for 4 days, to sort of take stock in his life and make some real decisions about his future. Total isolation, pitch black darkness, and no sound. That almost sounds like torture.
Yeah.
That's what they do in prison.
Yeah.
It's called solitary.
Yeah,
but even then, they're not in the dark
Right.
the whole time.
Pitch black. He said he's had friends that have done it and came out on the other side with a lot of new thoughts and a lot of,
Didn't you do that dope tour thing?
Last summer was ayahuasca.
Oh, nice. I want to do that.
I was in a production of ayahuasca in college in my theater group.
There you go.
Yeah. It
was good.
Nah, it wasn't good. It was about it was a Native American play, and the whole thing was done in verse.
Oh,
which it was one of those things you gotta put in there to get it on your resume that you did some advanced theater.
Yeah,
it was actually called Hiawatha.
Hiawatha.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's a lot of dialogue.
I didn't do that. That's why it was making me laugh. He's told me before.
But Aaron Rodgers he need to go to the hospital now. That's just weird. I don't care who you are.
It's weird, right?
That is weird. Unless that's your religion in some foreign, land or something. But I mean, he's from California, but he's from the Berkeley area of California, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that where he's from?
Northern
So
California.
that makes sense.
Though
he was raised all, peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness, as my wife says.
I find that just spending time alone, like in a really nice place at the beach or at the mountains, really helps me think. And if I had Aaron Rodgers' money, there's no telling the kind of cool place I could find to just, hang out by myself for a few days to make some life decisions. I don't need to be in the dark.
But do you think he's just messing with people? Because he likes to troll and stuff. He's kind of mischievous.
Yeah, he could
do
be
you
with
think
this.
he's just trying to get people talking and just jerking them around?
He very well could be having fun.
I'm just going to go sit in the dark for 4 days. Yeah. And when in all actuality, he's just going to a cabin in the woods or something, or he's going to a beach somewhere.
It very well could be. And I would make it funny if he didn't really do that.
Yeah, so you got to sit in the dark and you don't even get to do the drugs?
Right.
That sucks. Sorry.
Lame.
Let me cut through that. That sucks. What's the little old person thing you're doing right now? We'll find out coming up next.
Now you can hear and see the show anytime. Just click acetj.com or acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, if you missed TJ and Jody's house this week, you missed something great.
You never came to any of our Mardi Gras parties years and years and years ago?
I was never invited.
Well, yeah, you would have been. Everybody was invited.
Where was I?
I don't know.
You may have been too young to drink.
Stop.
Back then.
I mean, that was many, many, many years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have been invited.
Was this after I had left?
Maybe.
We parted ways?
Maybe it was. But I don't know. Yeah, it might have been, because I'm figuring there was one guy from the radio station there that I remember being there, and if he was there, then you would have definitely been invited.
What were we thinking?
I don't know.
I remember your Super Bowl party when y'all first moved here.
That was nothing compared to the Mardi Gras got out of control every year. To the point we had to just say no more.
You gotta bring it back.
No.
Because my gumbo recipe feeds 100 people. And I had gumbo and red beans and rice.
Yep.
For 100 people. It was insane.
Sounds
I never got away from the stove all night.
I think the last party we had to replace the carpet. There was stuff on the wall. Somebody tore up a bush outside.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it just was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So now I leave town.
And we haven't had a party since the Clinton administration.
Probably not.
Which is good, because I don't like parties and stuff.
You did back then.
I did. And I wouldn't mind having them now. If we had, that little problem we have where we don't have friends.
I have friends.
I know. I have friends. You don't have friends. And we went out with one of your friends and her husband Friday night.
Yes.
And I didn't gripe about it. I didn't do, I didn't say, I don't want to go. I didn't do any of that.
That was the first time you didn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this was the guy that I've been asking you.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that we ate and we sat and talked at the table for a while, and as we were leaving the restaurant, I heard a guy say, "Hey, excuse me, my daughter is dying to have her picture taken with you." And I turned around. I was like, I was about to say, "Oh, sure, that's fine," but she's talking to the other guy that was with us.
True story.
You really thought it was you? Or
No, I didn't.
No, we knew.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because he's 6'7", very easy to spot, and he's a basketball legend person.
Ace TJ 5G.
5,000 people, 500 people, 5 people. It doesn't make any difference the size of your event. Cabarrus Arena has the space for you. They've got a great arena, and then there's another building separate from that can be worked in multiple ways. And then they have some incredible meeting rooms. All the amenities, everything. Just go to cabarrusarena.com to get the details and see their list of events. It gives you a great idea of what they've got going on because it's always something happening. cabarrusarena.com.
Bless you, TJ.
Thanks.
No problem. Alexa's got some breakfast brought in, so she's feeling a lot better.
What did she get? She's doubling down on the not starting healthy eating yet. Right?
Well, I'm taking advantage. I have one more week, then I'm going to make the best of every single day.
What did you get, though?
I got a sausage and cheese croissant and some hash browns, which Dunkin' Donuts has the best hash browns, I decided.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard anybody say that.
I know.
They're good.
They're really good. They're
They are
like,
good.
they have seasoning on them.
I was going to say, man, if you got a sandwich and got turkey instead of
I got real sausage.
something.
But I like turkey sausage.
I do too, but,
Yeah,
but
it's good.
But if you're don't
Just go all out. I should have added bacon to it also.
yeah. Clearly I've lost my ability to speak. I just said 2 sentences and I didn't complete either one of them.
So I won't ruin the surprise, but TJ brought us some leftovers from his, he filmed Fend for Yourselves the other day, and he brought us the leftovers. And I couldn't take mine home yesterday because I had to go to the doctor right after the show. But Alexis did. And how much of the, they were containers of leftovers. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but they were about a pint each, I would say. How much of that did you eat?
There's like maybe a fourth left, maybe.
So you really
I went and
to town
got
on it?
2 giant bags of chips because I wanted to have options to see what I was going to eat it with. But I got Doritos or tortilla chips.
And just went to town.
I went to town all day. I kept taking it out of my fridge, eating a little bit, putting it back all day.
You go back and take it out again.
Is that what you expected, TJ?
Yeah, yeah. And I was wondering if Rob ever tried it because it's spicy and he's kind of, weak when it comes to that.
He doesn't it?
I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, so I'm taking it home today.
Okay. All right. Well, you should just eat a spoonful of it now just to try it.
No, that's okay.
Just to see if it burns you.
I need to have
Yeah, it
access
will.
to more water.
He said he's gonna give it to his cousin to eat for him.
It's delicious.
It's like fighting his battles.
What is that? I'm giving my cousin to eat for me.
But TJ, I just wanted you to realize how much happiness you brought into my life yesterday by bringing this, this food for me, and I just loved it so much. You made my entire day all day.
You sound like we're at a soup kitchen. And you're starving.
Ace TJ 5G. This is Ace TJ TV. The Ace and TJ Show will be right back.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on, to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings, to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
So, Alexis, how cute is this? And how much is this the universe and energy and whatever else kind of manifesting that you talk about? Marine scientists claim that dolphins are forming little boy bands to attract mates. They perform synchronized movements and even sing in unison.
Stop. I love it. Some little dolphin Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Out there showing off.
Little dolphin in sync.
I love it.
Trying to get the female dolphin groupies gathered around.
Look at what we can do.
I can see where that's possible though, because dolphins are pretty smart. They do mate similarly to the way humans do. I can see where they could do something along those lines. I think calling it a boy band is a little extreme, but you get the idea.
But yeah, and they will try to mate with humans as well.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Oh,
They
no,
do.
that's true. They
You
do.
never heard that?
No.
Yeah.
Look at it. Google that. Those videos they're disturbing.
Like when you go
what?
do those swim with the dolphin things, they'll tell you where you shouldn't pet the dolphin because it will excite him, and yeah.
Are you guys lying?
No, look it up.
They're randy little things.
I love dolphins.
Yeah, there are there are pictures or videos of people, being pinned down by the dolphin on the shore or whatever.
What? You're lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
Videos of a dolphin pinning down a human and mating with them?
Yeah, trying to.
What?
Look it up.
I'd rather not. I don't know if I want to.
We were first introduced to this years ago. We didn't believe it either. It was like, whoa, this is crazy. Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm on YouTube. Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
exactly
what?
I get, whatever. You get the idea.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
When disaster strikes, you can count on the emergency damage experts at Paul Davis. Fire, flood, mold, or a storm, it doesn't matter. You can contact Paul Davis. Always devoted, always polite, always respectful of your needs. Learn more at acetj.com/Paul Davis.
If you want to sleep better and lose weight, then the product that you need is called Calitrin, or you can pronounce it Calitrin. Very easy for you to get. Just go to acetj.com/weight loss. acetj.com/weight loss for Calitrin.
The Johnson Group Facility Services is a commercial cleaning company that focuses more on customer satisfaction than the bottom line, because each customer works directly with the owners every step of the way. If you need any commercial cleaning, the Johnson Group can handle it. Get details at acetj.com/clean. In reality, it just looks like some dirty water. But
Yum.
They say it looks like chocolate milk, which is a pretty rare phenomenon. So,
what, chocolate milk?
The
in Arizona,
chocolate milk at the falls.
Oh,
so it's 181 feet, bigger than Niagara Falls, and not nearly as beautiful when you take a look at it. But it is kind of a cool thing to see because it doesn't happen that often. The chocolate falls in Arizona, and that is what's now trending.
so where is Viagra Falls? Because Niagara Falls is in Canada, right on the border.
Right.
So where would Viagra Falls be? I have to look that up, Rob.
They should find some. They should, Nakalula Falls should be renamed. They should buy the naming rights to that so you can call it Viagra Falls. That would be amazing. Just amazing.
Yeah, or at least, the drug companies sponsor.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like get the naming rights to it. It'd even have to be a big waterfall, just any waterfall.
Yeah.
Like coming out of a ditch or something.
If they want to preserve all these places, just let corporate sponsors.
Yeah.
Or do it at a water park. Like, hey, take the Viagra Falls ride at the water park.
Yeah.
Like Six Flags, they could rename their log ride Viagra Falls. Boom. There you go.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. just got way better. You can now watch the Ace and TJ Show live, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and wake up with us every morning. This is acetjtv.
If you want to watch the show, you can do it. YouTube. You can download the app or go to youtube.com, look up acetjtv, make sure to like and subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you never miss a new episode. New content goes up every single day. If you're not on there, you're missing a lot. Did to be stupid.
There's a growing little community of people that get on there every day and they kind of converse back and forth and chit chat with each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And we be looking cute.
They're called inmates.
Yeah.
Well, we probably have some of those, so don't joke around.
Yeah.
We actually, I know for a fact we do.
Alexis gets letters from them. And we are looking cute. Alexis, but heads up, you got crumb on your
I do
lip.
got crumb?
Yeah, so we're cute 99% of the time.
Not when I'm eating.
But where you got crumbs on your mouth.
You need a napkin.
So there's a woman, she's catching a little bit of flack online. She said she was on a bus with her son. He was going to therapy. He's 17, packed bus. He's sitting down, she said, and the reason he was sitting down is because he's dealing with something he's going to therapy for. I don't feel comfortable talking about it. That's his business to share if he wants to. But an elderly woman and her daughter got on the bus, and the daughter asked the son and the mother, hey, do you mind standing up so my mother can sit down? And the woman said, admittedly, the old woman looked really tired, but my son needed to sit down because I thought he was going to pass out. So I said, no, he can't. He needs to be sitting down right now. And the woman and the mother called her entitled and the son entitled, and I believe used the B word under their breath. So that's not right either. But you know, you never know what somebody's going through. You can't say like you don't need to be sitting there.
But she should have given a better explanation
Maybe.
then, and maybe perhaps say, hey, he can't sit down right now, but let me stand up so you can sit down. So
But
your
the
mom
mother
can sit
was
down.
standing.
Oh, okay.
The mother was standing. Her son was sitting.
Oh, okay.
But I agree. She probably could have given a little more explanation.
Yeah,
But even then, I'm still like, I don't know. Is it her responsibility to do that? I don't know that it justifies being called an entitled B word.
It doesn't justify being called that. You don't have to use that kind of language. You could just at the point go, okay, it sucks. I'll talk to somebody else. And you can think it because you certainly would.
I want to know how many other men were on the bus.
Yeah.
Because every man on that bus should have stood up before the woman even asked, can my mom sit down here? And said, here, would you like my seat once they saw the bus was full?
Yep.
Like we do at Disney World when we're there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. You know, we ride on that bus with saints because we're saints for giving up our seats every time to people.
Absolutely. And I would want somebody to do that for my mom if she got on a bus, God forbid.
Absolutely.
If she had to ride the bus and, you know.
And honestly, it makes me curious. What's he dealing with that he can't stand letting an old lady sit down on the bus?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It seems like it's certainly a great opportunity to reinforce a lesson. I don't know, but he's 17 years old.
Yeah. But that is kind of like an older person thing, like hoping somebody stands up for you when you get on the bus. I want to be treated with respect when I'm an older person. So what's like the little old person thing you catch yourself doing now as you've gotten a little bit older, out of your 20s, into your 30s and 40s? You know, maybe thinking those kids are going to get killed if they keep, you know, running out in the street like that playing kickball or something like that. Maybe you haven't seen a New Year's Eve in 5 years because you pass out at 10 o'clock. That's my thing. I mean, if I'm not going out or something, which doesn't happen often, I'm not staying up for New Year's Eve. But what is it? Your little old person thing. At the Ace TJ Show. We will find out your answers coming up next.
Hear the Ace and TJ Show anytime at acetj.com. And now you can see the Ace and TJ Show. acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history is one of those days where you say, has it really been that long? But it has. Details next.
All right, so Jody's decided now that not only are we changing the name of Small Town Adventures, we're not going to announce where we're going on Small Town Adventures until we're leaving.
You know why?
Why?
Because this is Monday, and a lot can happen between Monday to Saturday when we leave, and I might find something that we need to do Thursday. And I say, oh, no, we don't need to go there. Let's go here this week.
Okay. I don't care. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Change the name of it. You know, we might as well just turn this into Jody and Jenny's house. And I'll go home early on Mondays.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, Sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 14 years ago today, February 8th, 2009. Adele was named the Best New Artist at the 51st Annual Grammy Awards. Hard to believe. It's been 14 years since Adele first hit the scene. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, by the way, won Album of the Year for Raising Sand. And Jennifer Hudson's first album was the Best R&B Album of the Year also. So that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Ace TJ 5G.
Let's go boom. So I've got a podcast. It's kind of a video podcast, whatever you want to call it. It's called Ace at Large. Most recently, we took you on the road with the Ace and TJ Show to Greenville. I'm going to give you a little sneak preview of the next episode of Ace at Large because you might want to be involved. There is something happening in Gaston County. There's a lot happening in Gaston County. Great way to make some memories with your family over the course of the winter months. Because a lot of times people think, oh, the winter, there's not that much to do. We stay inside. But there's so many cool things to do in Gaston County. But coming up in a couple of weeks, they have what is essentially between breweries and wineries, it's a trail that you can walk along and visit all of the different breweries and wineries throughout Gaston County. And we are going to take some members of the radio family and go along the trail and visit some of these places for the next installment of Ace at Large. And they are super cool, very exciting. You can find out more about them for yourself right now. Go to acetj.com/Gaston. It's acetj.com/Gaston. But over the course, we're putting the finishing touches on it now. Over the course of the next couple of weeks, we'll be letting you have an opportunity to be a part of the next edition of Ace at Large by going along the trail there in Gaston County, which should be fun. I'm excited. Because I got that built-in designated driver for the next few months, so I'm good to go. So acetj.com/Gaston. Go check it out because there are some great wineries, some great breweries all there throughout Gaston County, among all the other wonderful things they have for this time of year. acetj.com/Gaston.
How long we got left in this segment?
2 minutes.
Okay. Let's see if I had enough time to tell this funny story about my little friend Jenny. So my little friend Jenny was raised in Lincoln, Nebraska. And let's just say she wasn't raised poor. Her family was not poor growing up. And since I've known her and since she's been an adult, all I've ever heard her talk about is working for the family company. And she owns a big fitness center and all that kind of stuff. And she said that I asked her if she'd ever had a part-time job as a teenager, and she said, well, yeah, one time I did. I worked at a candy store in the mall, and I worked 1 day a week, 3-hour shifts. So 1 3-hour shift a week. And she said, then I needed a break. because it was just getting to be too much. And I went and told them I needed a little break from the schedule so I could focus on, getting my schoolwork done and that kind of stuff. And she goes, and then when I went back to tell them that they could put me back on the schedule, the place had gone out of business.
So she didn't even know they'd gone out of business?
No, and I said, how long was it? She said, about 3 months, I guess.
She said 1 3-hour shift a week was too much.
Too much.
That's too much.
Stressing her out.
Selling candy.
Selling candy, right?
I am beat.
3
Oh
hours
man,
a
I
week.
need a break.
It's like, oh, God, it's just work. I'm just
5
dying
to 8
here.
every Wednesday. I can't take much more of this.
If I never see another peppermint, I'll be okay.
I cannot.
I don't even know, like what kind of candy store would be in the mall. I don't know.
Yeah, there were candy stores.
Yeah, there were candy stores.
Like little scoops.
Mm-hmm.
God, if I could have seen a picture of her in the uniform. Oh my God. Yeah, that would be hilarious.
I don't know. You just don't picture like a not bubbly kind of candy. Like, hi.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, what do you want?
What do you want?
Yeah.
Oh, God. She's very nice, just not a.
Yeah, she's not a warm fuzzy. Hi, welcome to Candy Shop.
Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ dailies.
And the question is, which show member would you least trust with your darkest secret? And things have changed since I originally brought this up earlier in the week. Things have changed. Who would you least trust with your darkest secret? Right now, in the lead, with 35% of the vote, is Alexis.
Really?
They would least trust you with their darkest secret.
I wonder why.
Well,
I don't tell anybody secrets.
Maybe they figure because far too often you don't have complete control of your faculties.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be it, Riggins?
Your faculties are out of order.
Yeah.
I always assume that means like pooping on yourself.
That's not what it means.
His faculties.
Your faculties.
It doesn't mean that.
Pooping yourself.
What is that?
Control my faculties.
Incontinence.
Incontinence. Yeah. That's the same thing. Are they pooping on themselves?
It's not. No.
Really
What
bad.
are you talking about? No.
Really bad, really bad. All his faculties are right there in his bed.
But speaking of pooping on yourself, Ace is runner-up in this poll.
Thanks.
A close second, but Alexis with a hearty lead.
But I predicted, when you mentioned this the other day, I predicted I would win because I am bad to share things on the radio, and I try not to.
Exactly. He actually has data and proven facts that he can't keep a secret.
But I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older.
Because no one's told you their secrets.
I wish I could remember that secret about you. I would tell him.
A secret.
That's losing control of your faculties right there. That's what that is.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
Do yourself a favor if you're planning a get together of any kind, or if you're just planning to get together with yourself at your house. You can never go wrong with serving either guests or yourself Omaha steaks. The convenience of Omaha steaks being delivered right to your front door is just absolutely awesome. And if it weren't just, it's not just the convenience, it's also top quality products, the best steaks. They're the leader of gourmet steaks and food, and they have been since 1917 at Omaha Steaks. So when you go to omahasteaks.com, and you see what you want, you order it, and when you go to checkout, you put in the promo code TJ. There'll be $30 off your order right there. Boom. Get stocked up on a lot of stuff. Just fill the freezer with stuff. You can save up to 55% on select Omaha Steaks customer favorites. So save all over the website. And then you say, well, I don't eat a lot of steaks. Well, they got plenty of other stuff. Burgers. They have classic comfort meals. They have side dishes and chicken and all of it. It's all great, top notch. omahasteaks.com. Promo code TJ for $30 off at checkout. Minimum order may be required.
What's the little old person thing you catch yourself doing? You don't do it on purpose. You just catch yourself doing it. A lot of answers on social media at the Ace TJ Show if you want to follow along. TJ, right as we went into commercial, he goes, "Oh, I got one.
Now, I know that I'm old already. My existence is an old person thing. But even older than that, every time we go to a restaurant now, I find myself complaining because they don't have salt on the table.
Oh, really?
Why won't they put the salt on the table? And I'm sitting there like, I can see my grandfather complaining because there's no sugar for whatever my coffee. Why don't they have sugar on the table?
That's a good one.
That's me. I always have to ask them for salt.
Yeah, that's a very good one.
And I ask for it when I ask for condiments and stuff on the side. I like, because I survey it when I sit down. Whatever. And can I get ranch on the side and some salt, please?
That's an old person thing. Maureen said, giving a second thought to sitting down on the floor cross-legged.
Oh.
Like getting back is going to be a problem. Just gotta, hold on, before I do this.
Can I get back
Can
up?
I get back up? Aaron said, I'm 38 and I'm really getting into bird watching.
Ooh.
I'm about to get a bird identification book.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Which will make her a what?
A birder.
A birder, that's right.
You dang birder at 38.
I like Krista says anything after 8:30 p.m. seems too late to be doing.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'll always go, who's calling this time of night?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good Lord.
Yep.
We're starting a movie at 8:30?
Oh, no. A nightmare.
Right. It's going to be 10
I gotta
o'clock by the
sleep.
time. Yeah. Can't do that. A lot of people talk about driving too fast in the neighborhood and things like that, but Sandra said, I'm eating supper at 4 o'clock. That whole sentence was pretty old. Eating supper at 4 o'clock.
When I see kids out without their parents, I'm like, where are those kids' parents at?
Yeah.
All the time.
What time is it, though?
It's still like around 5 o'clock, but I see them around outside of my apartment, like skateboarding and stuff. I'm like, where are their parents at?
And those kids are looking at you going, where is that kid's parents at? Joey said, wishing the meth heads next door would stop mowing the grass at 2 a.m. I think that's a joke. The meth heads don't cut their grass.
Calling everybody you don't like a meth head.
Yeah.
They're probably on me. Yeah, that's a Judge Joe
On
Brown.
that dope.
Judge Mathis thing. I can smell the crack on you.
I like Barry, who said if I'm going somewhere, I have to be sure to use the bathroom before I go.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yep.
I don't know if Ace and TJ are helicopter parents. I'm not going to label them as such, but maybe you're a helicopter type of person. We're going to find out coming up next.
Get more Ace and TJ than ever before.
Wait a minute.
At acetj.com or acetj.tv, you can hear and see the Ace and TJ show anytime you want. More Ace and TJ is coming up. The Ace and TJ show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
AceTJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history is one of those days where you say, has it really been that long? But it has. Details next.
All right, so Jody's decided now that not only are we changing the name of Small Town Adventures, we're not going to announce where we're going on Small Town Adventures until we're leaving.
You know why?
Why?
Because this is Monday, and a lot can happen between Monday to Saturday when we leave, and I might find something that we need to do Thursday. And I say, oh, no, we don't need to go there. Let's go here this week.
Okay. I don't care. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Change the name of it. You know, we might as well just turn this into Jody and Jenny's house. And I'll go home early on Mondays.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. AceTJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, Sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
AceTJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 14 years ago today, February 8th, 2009. Adele was named the Best New Artist at the 51st Annual Grammy Awards. Hard to believe, it's been 14 years since Adele first hit the scene. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, by the way, won Album of the Year for Raising Sand, and Jennifer Hudson's first album was the Best R&B Album of the Year also. So that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ show on AceTJTV. Show than you can get on the radio. This is AceTJ 5G.
Let's go, boom.
Hey, thank you very much to the official transportation company of the Ace and TJ vast worldwide network, Ride Rose Transportation. RideRose.com is how you can find them. Everything from sedans all the way up to those big, fancy, nice party buses. Whatever you need, they've got it. You want chauffeured transportation, they are the best. RideRose.com for Rose Transportation.
Love them. I got to get home. I got deliveries coming out the wazoo. That's an old person thing to say, right?
Yeah.
I got them coming out the wazoo. And I live in the hood, so I got to make sure I got no porch pirates coming by. And Alexa says, you don't live in the hood.
Because you do not. That's the most ridiculous thing for you to say.
I got a white
Does not live in the hood.
At all.
Not at all.
I got a white
Lives in the
refrigerator.
suburbs.
I got a white refrigerator. is what Nene said. Not a white refrigerator. Oh, no. I do have a white refrigerator. But I am overly concerned. But I got, my dryer is having problems, so they're delivering a piece, and it's very heavy. And I'm like, what could that possibly be? And then I thought, oh, maybe they're delivering a whole new dryer, because Ace and TJ told me the dryers aren't very heavy. Now, I don't know how they know that.
Because you picked them up before. They're not
You
heavy.
pick up a dryer?
Moved
Yeah, I
them.
picked up a dryer.
Yeah.
Move them.
Yeah, I've never done that.
The washer's heavy.
But it's not, I checked online, it's not the whole dryer, so I don't know what part it is, but
Yeah, just go in and grab your dryer and see how easy that is to move it. Then grab the washing machine and see how easy that is to move.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I got to figure out what's going on in my life.
So I guess with that little meeting you and I were supposed to have today, right after the show, is not going to happen. We can push that to Friday.
We might reschedule, yeah.
Did you say that you said earlier your life was falling apart?
Huh?
Didn't you say earlier your life was falling apart?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
That sounds like something else.
Because
the dryer's
Because of his dryer.
The dryer's not working.
Listen.
He hasn't had a dryer in 3 weeks, and he's waiting on a part to come today, and my life is falling apart.
My life is falling apart.
Try to live your life without a dryer. Tell me how it goes for 3 weeks.
I get it. I get that.
And that's to me. I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. Those are my problems. I don't say, oh, your problems are nothing. A little support would have been nice.
I don't think anybody said your problem is nothing. I think it's just saying that it's a problem. Granted, and it's a hassle. Right. But that means your life is falling apart.
Yeah, I would be hating life.
Thank you, TJ.
I would.
I mean,
got clothes hanging up all over your house, like
looks like
white trash.
A flea market.
Just you and us. This is ATJ 5G.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen. If you don't know, we launched this thing on Monday. It's called The First Quarter of the Rest of Your Life. We're going to give one person $10,000 if they can tell us how this $10,000 would change their life, make their life better, help those around them. And you have until February 27th, which is a Monday, to get your stories in 100 words or less. Just tell us how $10,000 would change your life. Do I have that right, Ace?
Yeah, and we're giving you plenty of time because it's important. A lot of people are going to. First off, hundreds of people have already entered. That's amazing. But a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm just going to wait and kind of sort this out and figure exactly how I would do this, because that's why we wanted to make sure that you have plenty of time to get in. And it all comes from our charity, Peyton's Promise. So this is the type of thing that we do with Peyton's Promise. We did Breaking and Entering Christmas, and now following it up with this is our next big thing for Peyton's Promise. So that's where trying to help people just make their life a lot better.
Yeah. Are you guys, Ace and TJ, are you guys helicopter parents? Do you think there's any truth in that?
No.
Well, it's not a flattering thing, right? I mean, it's like a
usually
negative
not.
thing.
I don't
It's
think
just
so,
like,
no.
yeah.
Alexis, are you a helicopter pet parent?
No. I don't think so.
I mean, putting up cameras around your house and monitoring their activities when you're not there.
I guess.
I am a helicopter pet owner. I monitor things. I get overly worried when I think he's not doing well. And then he tricks me and he bounces out of bed and he's totally fine. And I go, I had it again. You got me. But they say men who had an overprotective father die younger.
Yeah.
Like a 12% chance of dying before the age of 80.
Yeah.
And it works in the reverse for women who had a very involved mother. So guys who had an
longer?
overprotective father, correct.
Okay.
Guys who had an overprotective father die younger. Women who had an overprotective mother live longer. They say, well, what does that mean? And they haven't figured that out yet.
I don't know. There's something to that, I think, because I don't know, it seems like the less overly protective your parents are.
Yeah.
The more you learn on your own, maybe you're, for lack of a better term, you're a little bit, not tougher is the wrong term, but you can deal with adversity a little bit better because you're allowed to deal with adversity as you grow up, and you've got to sort some things out on your own.
You're not made out of soft fluff.
Yeah, you know, your parents will say things like, "You'll be fine." I saw this thing the other day about you. Don't tell kids to brush it off; they'll be fine. You know, you put some dirt on it. It's not something you tell children because then they learn to absorb the pain or whatever. I was like, "Stop!
Oh, stop!"
That is exactly what you tell them.
I don't know.
Zero help.
Ditto.
Sometimes you could be half of a fluff sandwich.
I knew you were going to say that.
You know,
I
but just
recognize
half a
it.
fluff sandwich.
I recognize it. I do. But I'm very grateful for the upbringing I had and stuff, but I recognize that they probably did me a disservice by not introducing me to more things. Put me in a bubble. And
I like how diplomatically you phrase that, though. I think sometimes you could be half a fluff sandwich. You know?
But you know what? Fluff sandwiches are delicious.
They are.
Fluffernutter.
Yeah.
Everybody loves them.
Everybody
It's a treat.
Yeah,
That's right.
Exactly.
So,
That's you. A delicious treat.
The Ace and TJ Show is now more audio at acetj.com and more video at acetj.tv. Hear and see the show anytime, how you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history is one of those days where you say, has it really been that long? But it has. Details next. Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 14 years ago today, February 8th, 2009. Adele was named the Best New Artist at the 51st Annual Grammy Awards. Hard to believe. It's been 14 years since Adele first hit the scene. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, by the way, won Album of the Year for Raising Sand. And Jennifer Hudson's first album was the Best R&B Album of the Year also. So that's Today in History.
You're watching Morning.
Welcome to the Share Funny podcast. Now live on YouTube. This is
The Ace and TJ family presents unfiltered, uncensored, and uninterrupted. Well, almost. Right here. Let's go. This is Share Funny.
Because it's dead silent, and then boom, and I get startled easily. I'm easily startled. Riggins was just getting Alexis to sing for him. And he said that he had an idea around the holidays that he wanted Alexis and Rob to do a duet. And then she was singing Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
That's the only because she was raised Jehovah's Witness, so she didn't grow up with knowing and singing Christmas songs.
Yeah. And Rob's a great singer, and she's an okay singer.
Less than great.
She knows the lyrics.
She's less than great.
Yeah, so I thought it might be fun to have like Rob, who has a really great singing voice, with Alexis, who has an okay singing voice, do like Christmas classics, like little duets. It'd be just fun to listen.
I think we should do like a little commercial of as if they were doing a duet album together with classic duets.
Like Captain and Tennille.
Yeah, little clips of them.
So, Alexis, has your boyfriend heard your singing?
Oh yes, he has.
He has?
Yes.
And he's still your boyfriend?
He told me the other day.
He's a saint.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we were driving down to Greenville and I was singing, and he told me that I was literally the worst singer that he has ever heard in his entire life.
Whoa.
He really
What were you
sugarcoated it
performing for him?
I don't even remember, but I was like, I don't care.
Can he sing at all?
I haven't heard him sing, so I doubt it.
He doesn't seem like the type, that would just be like happy-go-lucky, silly singing, walking through the house.
No.
He said you're the worst singer he's ever heard in his entire life.
Ever. And I belted out whatever I was singing, and he was like, dude, please stop.
Yeah. It's kind of like when I used to watch American Idol. I would say about the halfway through the first part of the second season, I had gotten tired of the shows where they were, putting the awful singers up there. The comedy aspect of that ran out for me pretty fast. Because I don't like yelling. I'm a person who prefers people who don't yell.
Yes.
And that's a whole thing from my childhood of, being scarred from a lot of yelling going on.
Yeah.
So that's what I look as a really bad singer, as just somebody yelling.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is my mom is a horrible singer as well. And growing up, like in Jehovah's Witness church, you have to get up and sing hymns like 3 times during the time that you're there at church.
Yeah.
And my mom would sit in the front row, and she knows she's a bad singer, and she would sing as loud as she could. And it was the most embarrassing thing to me growing up, because I'm like, everybody can. Why would you sing so loud when you know that you can't even, you don't have a pitch, you can't carry a tune? Why would you sing so loud on purpose?
Well, do they force you to sing? Like in all other churches, you stand up and you sing hymns and stuff. But people who can't sing or don't like to sing will just stand up and then not sing.
No, they don't force you to sing, but my mom doesn't care that she was a bad singer. She put everybody through that. She didn't care. She's like, I'm giving glory to God. I'm like, well, can you do it silently or in your head?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like, why do you have to put everybody else through that? And now everybody's staring at us, and we're right up front, and you're yelling.
Yeah, even God's like, okay, I get the glory.
Right.
I got the
glory.
That you want to glorify me.
That's what I've told her. I was like,
now.
Can you just glorify God in a different way?
Did you ever have to be? Did the Jehovah's Witness have children's choir and stuff that you had to be in?
No, they didn't have that.
That would have been fun.
Her boyfriend, but he went in. He was like, "You don't have pitch.
Oh, yeah,
there's no tone.
Yeah.
There's just, no coming back from where you're at."
You short?
Smell bad.
Hair messed up.
You look crusty.
Yeah.
Eyelashes falling out.
Crusty.
You're just a mess.
No pitch having. And I was like, I don't care. I'm still gonna sing. Oh well.
Well, so you're just like your mom.
I know. I'm turning into my mom. That's what that's the crazy revelation
she
that I had.
knows she can't sing in church, and she does it anyway.
But
you
at
know
least
you
I
can't
wouldn't do that at church, though. I'm not gonna do God like that.
I ain't gonna do you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do you like that,
do you
Lord.
like that, God?
Lord, I
got too much respect.
So Riggins, in the Catholic Church now, did you have to sing in the children's choir and youth choir? And did you have that?
I don't think so. I think there is a children's choir, I think, but no, we didn't have to do that.
Man, my mama in the Southern Baptist Church, she made me go in there for youth choir on Sunday nights and made me go in there singing in the youth. But that was in my little church. That was the only way you could participate in youth events, is if you were part of the youth choir.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't have it wide open. Just all youths get to come and participate. The main part of being in the youth group was that you were in the choir.
Yeah.
And
we had Wednesday night. Youth choir was the first thing that kind of kicked off Wednesday night. So it was youth choir practice. Then you'd go eat. Then you had RAs and GAs that we talked about before. But yeah, that was a standard part of my growing up. Wednesday night through, I guess, all the way through middle school, except for maybe it waned in middle school because I had basketball practice after school in the 8th grade. But that was it.
Was that babysitting for y'all though? Like your moms just wanted you guys to go do something so they could have some time?
No, because they were there too. They were there at church and doing whatever their thing was.
The churches that I went to growing up, Sunday evening was youth choir practice. Okay. And Wednesday night was the adult choir practice. So that's when they practiced, and then we had, and that's why I was like, man, I'm watching football. I hadn't done my homework. I got to go up to the church again.
Yeah, all ours was on Wednesday, unless you had a special Sunday night performance. And they did that to make all the parents come.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I got to go back on Sunday night and perform?
See, I would put my kid in all the church things just because I would be like, it's free babysitting. Might as well.
Yeah.
Yup.
But I'm not going to lie. Sundays when I was a teenager, I hated it.
I'm sure.
I hated Sundays. It was a drag. I didn't mind if we could have just done like the Methodists do and just gone on Sunday morning for the preaching, and then had the rest of the day. That would have been so much better than them to go Sunday morning for a long Baptist service, because even my mama would complain because the preacher was so long-winded. And then you got to be back on Sunday afternoon, like evening, and start singing when I didn't want to sing in the youth choir. And then they always had some sort of activity. And y'all know I don't like a scavenger hunt or any group activities like that.
Even when you were little, you didn't like it?
No,
You were a
like
grumpy little kid.
I don't want group activities.
Yeah, all that stuff was the same stuff all on Wednesdays for us, though. And then when I was in high school, we got into going Sunday evening for a while. A bunch of us just go to the Sunday evening service and go.
Yeah, and then after the youth event, whatever activity they had, then we had to go back into the church for another full sermon. I was like, man, I got to get out of this faith. It's just too long.
I got to be here. I got a paper to write about a book I hadn't read.
Yeah.
I got to get out of here.
Hey, every time the doors swing open, we got to be here. They can run the church without us, a couple of activities a week. I'm like, man. So then when I met Jody and she's Methodist, then that was cool because they're not in there nearly as much as Baptists are. So you could still have a life outside of church. Then Methodist got so liberal, I had to get out of that. Like, man, now where am I going? It's like every church you go to now is, the preacher looks like a frat boy wearing a flat bill hat.
Yeah, I don't like
the
that.
band, looks like they just played a gig at the club last night and then they just roll right into the church. I mean, every church that is around now, these newer churches, they're all so casual and, it's just, I know that's what young people like and all, but I'm not young.
I don't know. I'm not a church goer at all, but that just doesn't seem right. Like it does. You should at least dress up to go to church, and you shouldn't have a hat on.
You know
That's
what?
just the way I was raised.
Yeah.
You don't wear a hat in any house, but especially the Lord's house.
Exactly.
And the music at the church should be led by a piano, not by an acoustic guitar. I want a piano. You can't even get a piano in them bands now that they have.
And if you're preaching, you shouldn't have skinny jeans on. That's also another like.
Even if you're skinny.
Yes.
You just call them jeans because you're skinny.
Yeah. I do not want to see all your parts while you're up there preaching. No, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
It's the truth. What a guy shouldn't be up there talking about God in tiny skinny jeans. It seems wrong.
I agree with that. I'll agree. I'll go with you on that.
I see you loaves and fishes.
Exactly.
I did. We went.
That's distracting.
I didn't know, but
yeah, you look like you're getting on the ark with them two. Yeah.
There's a church that Amanda and I've gone to now. For 3 weeks, 3 times, I guess, and that was the first thing I noticed was we walked in, and when the band played, that started the service. I was like, why are these two dudes wearing hats? And they're wearing, flat bills up there. I was like, you're not supposed to wear a hat in church? Now, the preacher didn't have it. He was an older guy, and I like him a lot. So I'm going to keep trying it. But I'm skeptical because it's dark in there.
If an old dude preacher got up there with a flat bill on,
I'd be
I
like,
would laugh.
You should go to church like you go to job interviews because it is an interview, but with God.
Mm-hmm. You dress it up a little bit. Yeah. My grandmother always told me, you dress up to go to God's house. I was like, yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want, and I'm not saying you've got to wear a suit.
No, but you could just at least, wear some dress pants, some khakis maybe, you know?
Are you one of those people that would say that somebody may be wearing some black khakis or blue khakis?
No, I just say khakis.
And you mean the color khaki?
Yeah, the color khaki.
Because a lot of, most people call khakis that those are the type of pants.
Yeah.
Instead of chinos or casual pants, they call them khakis. And then they would say, hey, yeah, where are them blue khakis?
Blue khakis.
Baby, you seen my blue khakis? Are they clean?
It's true.
They need to go to church.
Yeah, for real.
And pray for some sense. Pray for God to give them some sense. That's what they need to do. But why can't you, why can't you boo at church? Why is that out of?
What are you booing?
It's like, somebody the preacher walk out in a flat bill and tight ass jeans. Boo!
I would laugh. That would break me up.
He says something you don't like. Boo!
I would die laughing.
There have been times when I've been in church and the preacher goes to places in his sermon that I want to get up and leave. Jody was like, shut up. Mm-hmm.
I remember clearly as a kid because it was the central time zone in Louisiana. So the service ended at noon. And obviously during football season, that meant noon central is when the football games start. The Saints game started at noon. And so you want to you got to beat the Methodists to get to the Piccadilly if you're, so inclined for lunch. And our preacher would go long as he was prone to do. People would take their keys out and just kind of, they take it like you see her lady take her keys out of her purse, or our husband would take his keys out of his pants, and as he took them out, make sure he jingled them then somebody else would jingle their keys. And that was the way they were trying to tell him, hey man, it's 10 after 12. What are we doing?
Yeah,
we got to roll here.
Yeah, see, why didn't they just yell out? Go, hey, wrap it up.
Boo!
Wrap it up.
12:05. Dr. DeBoer, it's 12:05.
Boo.
Or when they start passing it, don't they pass a thing where you have to give money or something?
Yeah.
You can boo that.
No, that's
that happens earlier in the service.
Yeah,
That's not the last thing. I thought about you the other day, TJ, because of that church that we've been to. I think they do communion every Sunday. We've been 3 times. They've done communion all 3 times. It's like, man, why are we doing it every Sunday?
Don't the Catholics do that? Every service there's communion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all get tired of them crackers?
No.
I do like the way they have it.
I know. We get in the Methodist church we used to go to is like the best homemade bread for communion.
Yeah, those
so good. Yeah.
But yeah, this is the one where you walk in, they just have it all out. You just grab it as you walk in, and when they say the prayer, you do the thing and happens pretty fast.
Oh, it's self-serve communion?
Yeah.
Can you do drive-through communion?
Are they wearing suspenders with buttons all over them? No.
They have these
like it's TGI Fridays in there.
Nice trays laid out. As you walk into your seat, you just reach out, you grab your little thing. It's got the juice on one end, and you flip it over. It's got the little wafer on the other end.
What?
Yeah. They got gluten free.
Yep. It lets you know which ones are gluten free.
Y'all should have heard the rant that my brother went on one time when he had gone to church when they first started saying that they had gluten-free wafers or crackers or whatever for those he was like, oh my God. You can't have one little tiny bite of something with gluten in it, and they had to make a big show out of it. Look how great we are. We're so generous and so thoughtful, and we've got a gluten-free option for those. He's just going on and on and on. It was funny.
Gosh. Yeah, that is annoying. I would get that.
Yeah, they didn't have, the Lord didn't have gluten-free.
It was bread. It's bread, man.
Those gluten, people allergic to gluten, they just either got to eat that little bite of gluten, or I don't think they're, bless their hearts, bound for hell.
That's what it is, you little celiac heart bound for hell.
Hey, miss any part of Share Funny? Subscribe to the podcast on all major podcast platforms. More Share Funny coming up. You're watching the Share Funny podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using ACETJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at ACETJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Welcome back to the Share Funny podcast on ACETJTV. It's its own Facebook group. To join, search Share Funny and get more. Now more Share Funny from the Ace and TJ family.
I'm going to share now the story of a young lady named Journey Jurnee. So I have Journey's story here, and I will read at it.
Okay.
Journey claims she's never felt pretty, and she's more than okay with that. Growing up in a small town, a small suburb just outside of Boston, she spent most of her childhood watching petite girls with long flowing hair be fawned over by the cutest guys in school. Her stocky build, excuse me, and short curly hair didn't attract much attention. Now, as an adult, it too seems to her that only well-endowed bombshells with slim waists and peach-perfect bottoms receive the red carpet treatment that comes as a benefit of quote-unquote pretty privilege, in which conventionally beautiful people are often shown unmerited favor due to their attractiveness, while she is regularly overlooked. But Journey isn't insecure about her appearance. In fact, she loves her unique look. She's proud of her ample curves, fluffy mane, and tattoos inspired by the 1998 Disney movie Mulan, all of which often gamers-friendly comments from women. Oh, garners, not gamers, garners. And Journey doesn't envy the perks typically granted to more conventional beautiful counterparts, like getting VIP treatment at a nightclub or being lavished with flowers and gifts from starry-eyed admirers. Instead, she says she's happy enjoying the spoils of ugly privilege. Quote, "It's the privilege of feeling that you're not targeted under the male gaze." End quote. "I get to go about my business without worrying about being approached at the gym or at work. I can go for walks when it's dark outside, and men don't bother me for my number when I'm out shopping." "Having pretty privilege might suck," she added, noting that most people who fall under the category are often stereotyped as dumb and are forced to make superficial rather than genuine connections with others. Additional downsides to being cursed with ridiculous good looks include being left out of social gatherings by insecure and jealous people and being subjected to sexual harassment. Pretty privilege beneficiary Shy Lee 29 previously told the Post. So, in other words, it doesn't matter whether you are pretty or ugly. You're a victim of something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say, well, I guess it does. She says ugly privilege. But you think you're not stereotyped with a bunch of Mulan tattoos?
What is that? Stereotyped as what?
As one of those adult Disney freaks?
Disney freak. Yeah, I guess so.
And her tattoos are, I think, could best be described as the scrapbook tattoos. It covers across her chest. Mr. Todd has pictures of her up on our YouTube feed right now, acetjtv on YouTube. Across her chest, and then all down both arms, but it's not like both arms are covered, but not in a sleeve as if it's all joined together as part of one large design. It's just random things, it looks like.
This is, to me, clearly one of those cases of someone bragging about how they're glad they don't get attention, while everything about them indicates that they're starved for attention.
Right.
Like you don't walk out with purple hair and tube top looking outfit that just shows all of these tattoos completely covering your body if you're not looking for attention. You want to be noticed. You want people, whatever the reason is. But you're not just sitting back and saying, "Ooh, I'm glad I'm not getting any of that attention that those pretty girls get."
And she says she's upset that other people get pretty privilege and she doesn't. But then she says, "I don't want that attention. I don't want that privilege. I don't want to be considered quote unquote pretty," right?
She's not saying that. She's not saying complaining about pretty privilege. She just says, "I don't want the kind of attention that they get. They're the sad ones, not me." Is what she's saying.
Under the male gaze.
Yeah, the ugly privilege is what she gets, because it's a privilege not to have to deal with disgusting men looking at you.
All guys are just gross.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That's a more preferable option than being stared at or gawked at, being ugly.
But see, that's the thing. Gawking, stared at, and all is subjective. Now it's become, if, when women are videoing themselves in the gym, they set up their phone to record themselves, and if a guy on the other side of the gym just glances over, is like, what is she doing? Catches him on camera. Now he's gawking at her, making her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have to deal with that. So I guess men don't look at her like that in the gym.
I would if I saw somebody with blue hair and a bunch of crazy tattoos, and I would look.
I wonder, and I don't know the answer to this, but because you see so many videos and so much talk about it, is the gawking or flirting in the gym that big a problem? Is it, Alexis?
I think it is.
Okay. Like, do you get that if you go to a gym outside of your apartment? Because are you probably usually the only person in your gym?
In the apartment, but yeah, I have a membership to the gym across the street, and like, there's been times where I left early because I can see in the mirror, like, if I would move, there would be a guy that would move to like the machine that was behind me, or if I would, even when I was with a trainer, the trainer one time was like, "This guy just keeps following us everywhere we go."
Okay. I see so much of that,
and I
don't know if that's an issue.
I go to the gym looking homeless. Like, I wear big shirts and like shorts, nothing that matches. So it's not that I'm like, "Oh, look at me, I'm cute." I try to purposely go looking homeless.
Yeah. Does anybody ever say, like, any of the guys ever, you confront them and then they say, "Well, we were here first"?
No. Because if I'm moving, then they're moving, then who was actually there first?
Men were in the gym first.
Oh, shut up.
Before women ever got it in their minds that they wanted to start lifting weights.
You're annoying.
So now it's just like everything else. A man can't have anything. And a woman comes in, wants to be a part of it, then she's got to take it over and make the rules. You didn't ever see any of that old footage with Arnold in there working out barefoot?
Never no women in
eating steroids off the end of the benches. There weren't any women in there. Hell no. It's man's place. But then y'all got to come in there and you're setting up your damn videos and doing your makeup and running around in sports bras and hot pants and all of that kind of stuff. Everything the Lord gave you on display. And then you're basically making self-porn movies in there is what you're doing. And then you're going to blame the men for actually being where men is supposed to be. Why don't you just go down to the Elks Lodge and kick them old men out? Start telling them how they're supposed to sit in the steam room or something.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. More next.
You're watching the Share Funny podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704 704-439-6232. 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using ACETJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at ACETJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Welcome back to the Share Funny Podcast on ACETJTV. Ace and TJ family. Let's go!
See, and this is what happened. Tayshawn said, when I go to the gym, I make sure I look at no one so I don't end up on TikTok. That's a damn shame.
You don't need to look at people.
I agree 100%.
Damn shame.
You can look at yourself. You don't need to be looking at people.
I look down, or try not to look at anybody.
So now men who are in the place where they're supposed to be, that they invented, that they created to go in and lift weights and get strong, now they have to go in and make sure that they don't even look at anybody according to women rules, because women are in there videoing themselves and flaunting and flitting all over the place, taking it over. So now men have to go in looking at the ground the whole time. They can't even go in and enjoy their workout and in peace without having to worry about somebody falsely accusing them of being a creeper or a stalker or something. They make aerobics rooms for a reason, ladies.
Shut up. You're so annoying.
Take your yoga mat and go to your class and go out the other door so you don't have to worry about anybody looking at you. Go in, take your 9:30 class, your noon class, whatever. When you get out of there, put your little pink weights in the car with your yoga mat. Go meet your friends for brunch. Then get in the car pickup line at the school.
Some of those girls in that gym club beat your ass.
Leave the men alone. Some of those girls can what?
Beat your ass.
Well, I don't care. I didn't say they couldn't.
Well, they're going to come after you.
I'm just saying.
And you know what? Those guys, they ruined it for the rest of the guys. That's just how it was. Those creepy guys, yes, they did. They should have never been creeps. At the gym, if you see a girl that's working out and she's cute, okay, just keep it moving. Now they ruined it, and now guys can't even look anywhere.
No, where is it? What's the line? I'm not defending those guys.
The line is standing outside the door for curves when they open in the mornings. That's where the line is.
You're
for
the
women
most
to go
annoying person in the whole world.
Curves or Orange Theory or Burn Boot Camp, some of those kind of places where you're comfortable with all women in there. And then you can all stare at each other and then talk shit about each other when you leave more than any man would ever talk shit about you at a man's gym, which is a regular gym,
which is just called a gym. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and you know what? Go in your little aerobics classes and stuff, and then when a man goes in there and does that, I bet he can beat your ass.
I don't even take
How about
aerobic
that?
classes.
Those
okay?
men can beat your ass.
Yeah, because you over here talking about they can take their little pink weights. Okay, they're gonna beat your ass with those little pink weights. Keep talking.
They can.
That's pretty hot, though.
Little purple weights and pink weights. That's the reason why they make them those colors. That's the kind of weights women is supposed to lift.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of the Smith machine. Men need to get in there. And you're awfully defensive because you know that you're somewhere that you don't belong when you're in there slinging ropes and doing whatever else you do.
Things ever in life that come out of your mouth.
In there pretending like you want to be a man.
Oh, now I want to be a man.
So seriously, where is the? And I'm not defending anything. I'm just curious. Like, where's the? In your opinion, though, Alexis, what's the line where a guy crosses over? Is it staring? Is it saying something? Like that kind of thing.
It's obvious staring. Like, obviously, if you go and check someone out, do it in a subtle way. Like, I'm not in there checking out these guys and being like, oh, Googling over them. You just, like, see them and you keep moving. Okay, that's an attractive person.
I'm glad you're not Googling over them.
Secondly, don't come up to someone at the gym, girl. You don't want to be approached while you're working out.
So no girl. I've seen that before though. Women do not want a guy to approach them and try to talk to them while they're working out.
Yeah, like if you think a girl is cute and you want to shoot your shot, wait till after she's about to like leave or something when she's done working out.
Well, it may be the problem that you're working out at a place where they use the phrase "shoot your shot."
That's what it is.
That might be the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? There's not a damn guy gonna creep on you or talk to you or anything when you're working out at home with a DVD, dancing to the beat.
I'm over talking to you.
Sweating the wheel.
Yeah, doing your salsa workouts and whatever else. You know, the ladies like to dance. Nobody gonna hit them. Peloton guys not hitting on you. That's what workouts women need to be doing. Or they'll mirror workout things. They show that they love those on TV on the commercial.
Peloton guy is not hitting on you.
Get you one of those LeBron machines that he advertises. And pull that down out of the wall. Go to town on it. Video yourself. LeBron's not gonna hit on you.
I stopped listening to you.
You stop listening.
I stopped listening.
You just can't take it.
I'm back. I'm gonna watch this live trial, and you rather do that than
You're off
listen
to the Murdoch trial now?
Yeah,
You're
because
checking
I'm
out for the rest
done.
of the show?
I don't want to hear you anymore. Your mouth tired me.
Oh, that's what your hippie friend Samantha said.
What's that?
Little pink weights in the car. I cannot. Murdoch trial time.
Mm-hmm. It's not 30. Just started.
She's doing what she's supposed to be doing, sitting at home watching gossip stuff. Not in there bothering innocent men in the gym.
Do you love being the most annoying person on earth? Like, do you enjoy that so much?
I enjoy filling the world with truth.
Oh.
And being unafraid
Okay.
to speak what needs to be spoken. For a long time, somebody has needed to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Filling the world with truth.
I mean, what's next? Women going to be running into these situations where they're trying to tell all of the top barbecue experts in the world how to get in there and do that. Is that what's going to happen? Oh, you can't smoke it for that long. You're making me uncomfortable. And then Tiny Ray's out there like, you don't tell me how to smoke shit. I've been smoking shit since you were crying for the doorknob thinking it was a biscuit. You can't even lift the lid on your smoker. And it's because my husband won't let me go to the gym and lift weights. I'm not strong enough. It really is. In all seriousness, I'm just messing. But it really is. It goes back to the age-old tale that men can't have anything without women that's good that they enjoy without women having to be up in the middle of it. That's how the whole women going to the gym and lifting weights thing started.
What do you mean?
Some
That's how it
bodybuilder's wife said, "You know what? I want to be a bodybuilder. Do they let women be bodybuilders?" And he said, "Oh, no, not really." Well, by God, I want to go do it. So he took her to the gym one day. Next thing you know, he tripped and fell onto her with his steroid needle, and some of it went into her. And then she was like, "I got to go to the gym." And then it all started from there.
She-Hulk.
I remember when it happened, too. I was there that day in California. First time a man ever let his woman come to the gym with him. And I knew then, I said, this is gonna lead to trouble. This is going to lead to trouble. And it did. Look at us.
TikToks, creepy guys.
It's a shame. We can't have nothing.
As Richard pointed out on YouTube, the gym is even named after a guy.
Jim, yes.
Yeah.
Sad, sad tale.
This is awesome.
And I'm glad that you think it's so great and empowering, Alexis. But we're going to build new gyms. We're going to build new secret places we go.
All right, do it.
And every time y'all come in and ruin them, we'll go build another. You're not going to get to us.
I'm not even trying to get to you. I don't care.
Yeah, you are.
You're the one. Leave me alone.
Mm.
I'm going to get strong just like Popeye. Watch. I'm going to come in here and be like, say one more thing. Say
right.
one more thing.
And
and I'm just going to pick your little ass up and throw you.
What
oh my God! Please let that day come soon because I'm dying to see that. I'm dying to see you grab TJ and try to throw him.
What sex is Popeye?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's how I'm going to be like Popeye.
Yeah. Right. That's you're trying to be like men by going to the gym in the first place.
Oh my
That's all I'm saying.
God. All right.
You just
Whatever.
proved it. Like Popeye.
All right, I'm going to be like Powerpuff
Popeye
Girls
can't
and
have
I'm going to
shit.
beat you up. What about that? The Powerpuff Girls were cute and little.
Alexis, don't you know that you can't threaten violence in the workplace? No one has threatened violence upon you. Why must you? Is it the steroids? Is the roid rage that you got going?
Hell yeah.
Oh, God. All right, we need to take a break, and we might need to call the police. Have her taken.
It's funny that's meant to be shared. This is the Share Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ family.
You're watching the Share Funny Podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers and Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using AceTJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at AceTJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. AceTJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Welcome back to the Share Funny Podcast on ACETJTV.
Of the Ace and TJ family. For more, download the Ace and TJ app in your app store. Now, more of the Share Funny Podcast.
Well. Riggins admitted this morning on the regular old show that he's a helicopter dog owner.
Yeah.
But you're all nervous today. A lot of times if we have to stay later or whatever, you get nervous because you got to go let your dog out of the crate and stuff. But you're nervous today because you got these deliveries at your house. Coming today to do it?
Yeah, so when he said they're going to deliver the part, he was a man of few words. He said, when they deliver the parts, you got my number? And then he points at my phone. He had just called me. And I went, yeah. And he just kept pointing at it. And I went, okay, yeah, let me open my phone. Yes, I've got your number right here. You call me when those come in, and I'll come over and do it quicker than you can reschedule through the website. And I said, okay.
He said quicker than a cat can lick its ass.
Yeah. I said, okay, great. So, yeah, I just got the parts, and I'm going to go hopefully get a dryer up and running today because I got a lot of laundry to do.
You don't want to call him now and you go ahead and get him moving that
about
direction?
But I don't.
Well, if he says, I'm right next door or next street over, I'll be there in 5 minutes, then you'd really freak out and go,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't be there in 5 minutes.
Exactly. So, and I'm working on it. I'll wait. But, yeah, I am anxious to get that done because it's now been a month that I haven't had a dryer.
And it's a 60-pound piece that goes in your dryer.
Or pieces. It came in boxes, multiple boxes, which I thought it was one
Are they
part.
just rebuilding? There's not that much
what
in
is
a
going
dryer.
on with your dryer?
I don't know.
Well, why wouldn't they just give you another one?
That's what I said. I was like, you're not just
It's
going to
new.
I know, because he was really confused. I said, so why is that happening? He goes, I have no idea. Never seen it happen before. Well, of course.
I
Like,
always
got
get
What did you put in there?
Nothing.
Yeah,
I mean,
what'd you
I
put
wa-
in your dryer that messed it up?
Bunch of
Did you wash your...
Sex toys.
Yeah, your toys in there?
But it dang broke. Yeah, and it still tumbles. It just doesn't heat. So it's the heating element and other
So you
things.
you could fluff things, you just can't.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't even
I
try
guess a little
it.
bit you could, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Because a little bit of heat goes a long way doing that.
Here's something I don't understand. My wife, if she's got anything going laundry-wise or whatever, she can be upstairs in the farthest corner away from where the dryer and the washer are located. She can be outside on the porch. And if that little song starts playing that the laundry is done and whatever it's in, dun, 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 whatever it does, it can be the faintest sound, and she hears it, boom, just like that, like a deer, and then takes off. Pew. Pew. Anything that happens on her phone that's always with her is at maximum volume. Like if she sets the alarm, like the timer, if she's got something in the oven, when the alarm goes off, it is so loud. I know the neighbors can hear it. Yeah. I've never heard a phone with an alarm that loud on it. And it just, I'm jumpy anyway. I get startled by it. I'm like, why you got to have that so loud? But you don't have a hearing problem, obviously. You can hear the dryer go off. And she always says the same thing. Mind your business.
It's not an explanation. It's just you need to keep that. It's not your business. Stay out of it.
I agree.
You agree?
Yep.
Of course.
You're always in someone's business.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
You stay in people's business.
If something is
call you
affecting
Business
me,
Bob.
if something's affecting me, then it's my business. It becomes my business. If the phone's so loud in my presence that it is bothering me, then that's my business. Everything happened, when I'm not around, that's her business.
Jody's always right.
Okay. Even when she's talking about how she doesn't like cats, she right about that?
That's fine. I'm not going to hold that against her. Maybe she had a bad experience. She just hasn't met the right cat yet. But when I bring Khaleesi, she will know. And it'll be okay.
Yeah, I get that. You should go ahead and just surprise her one day. Just like when she comes up here to do the podcast on Monday, just walk in and drop Khaleesi in her lap. Go, here, Jody. See what she does. I bet she
See how that goes.
Yeah. It'll be clean up on aisle 5, I bet.
Did she have a traumatic experience with a cat?
No.
She just doesn't like them.
She thinks they're creepy. They scare her.
They scare her.
Yeah, like, did you see the video on the street that day? They had that cat in a stroller.
Yes, and the way she was acting, I assumed that she had some sort of traumatic event. It was I thought it was a little dramatic. What are you scared of? It's in a stroller, which was weird in and of itself. I mean, what's going on there?
But that was the trick we played on her because she always wants to look at a baby. And so she didn't know there was a cat in the stroller. She thought it was a baby. Like, look, Jody, look at the baby.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Ace, I was thinking about this.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I know you and your wife, want to be TikTok famous and all of that stuff. Y'all want to be out there in that world.
Yeah.
I've thought of something that if you could manage to do it, you could pull it off, would maybe put y'all in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay.
So Ace's wife is pregnant. They had a fight, and I said, well, maybe next time you should knock her down. See, instead of knocking her up.
Oh yeah.
Aha.
But anyway, maybe if you could, I don't know, pose in a picture where maybe you're standing behind her and you can hold her wrists down, like force them down, and have someone take a picture. And that could be the first time ever a pregnant woman has taken a picture without having her hands on her stomach. All of them do it. They all do it.
Yeah, I think she posted one yesterday of her with her hands on her stomach.
But not even like the one on top, one on bottom, or just like holding, like with the hands on it. And I think that women do that as a subconscious way of making sure nobody thinks I'm fat. Like,
could be. Could be.
I'm not just fat. I have a baby.
Or a way of showing the outline of the belly or something. Yeah.
But I may start doing that.
You should.
I start going like this in pictures.
Please
one
do.
hand on top, one on the bottom.
Love it.
Like I'm cradling the baby that's inside me.
And then look down a little bit.
Yeah.
With the heart, I've seen the heart.
Oh yeah, do the heart.
I haven't seen the heart, but so where their hands form a heart, like with their thumbs or something.
There's a baby in there in case. I'm not fat. There's a baby.
Yeah, I mean, there are little tricks like that to make sure people don't think you're fat. Steven Seagal put on a leather jacket in his movies. Yeah, nobody knew he gained weight.
I'm skinny.
He's wearing a leather jacket.
Steven Seagal.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny to me, when women are pregnant, they want to hold that baby all the time like that. But then when the baby gets here, they're so tired they're trying to push it off on anybody else. They don't want to hold it.
Yeah, take
like,
this
give me
baby.
a break. Take this kid.
Come on.
Now, how is she going to do without being able to sleep? Is that going to be? I know most women, that's their biggest complaint is the not sleeping part of a newborn.
Yeah, that'll be problematic. She says she'll do fine. I am withholding judgment on that. So we'll see how it goes.
I mean, is she about average when it comes to a woman that when she's not sleeping, or is she a little worse than average?
A little worse than average, I think. She can be very cranky when she doesn't get enough sleep. Mm-hmm. Or if she's waking up in the middle of the night for a reason, she can be very, very frustrated, especially if you do something that causes her to wake up, like, I don't know, roll over or breathe too loudly or because your nose is stopped up or whatever the case may be. I don't know, just random things I'm picking up there. She gets very upset with that.
Stop breathing.
Are you still?
Yeah,
Are
it
you
would
still
annoy
a
me too.
snorer? Do you still snore?
Yeah.
Your breathing is probably annoying.
Yeah, it is when I snore. I realize that.
Have you thought maybe?
Because it's kind of annoying.
You got annoying breath in your lungs. You know what? You should just maybe focus on the inhaling.
Yeah.
And skip the exhaling.
Right. Yeah.
That's when it's problematic. Is when you exhale.
Apparently, I am an annoying breather.
That's what it sounds like when Ace is breathing.
The Share Funny Podcast is a production of the Ace and TJ family. To get more Ace and TJ 24/7, download the Ace and TJ app. Just search for Ace and TJ in your app store.
Thanks for watching the Ace and TJ Show on AceTJ TV. All material copyright ATJ Incorporated.